Anthony are no strangers to scandal. Opie and Anthony on satellite radio.
Apparently, Opie and Anthony are dicks.
Oh, here they go again.
It's a fun, dopey radio show.
Not just any radio show. A radio show that inspires beyond your wildest dreams.
The show was a lot funnier on NEW.
The show's hosts, Anthony Cumia and Greg Opie Hughes.
Controversial team.
6 years without getting fired, a new record for us.
It's just astounding to me.
I didn't want to say it's racist, but goddamn.
This show will rock as best as we could possibly do this radio show.
I'm going to go home and whack to a tranny later. There you go, all right?
God, we just lost our demo, man. What's wrong with you?
This is the last straw for the raunchy radio duo.
The Opie and Anthony Show, the most popular show in the history of satellite radio.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Ah, yes.
I like to say TGIF to everyone out there. TGIF.
Do you?
That's how I put it.
What's that for your favorite restaurant?
Jim?
Neither one of them wanted that conquer.
Of course they didn't.
Really fast, because I tweeted late last night, Louis C.K. at Carnegie Hall. Holy shit.
It was great, right?
Fucking standing ovation for Louis C.K. at Carnegie Hall.
He's
a place
totally
where,
blown
like,
up.
violinists and shit play.
Yeah.
It's always weird to see a comedian there.
Yeah.
It's just a comedian, a stool, and a glass of water at Carnegie Hall.
A stool.
I don't know if I've ever been in that room.
Never been in there?
No, I don't know if I have.
It's a great place to see anything, but
You know how you get there?
practice,
No.
practice,
It's on 57th.
practice, 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 practice.
What did he do, about an hour and a half?
He did,
He's still there.
Ted Alexandro opened up and had
that's funny.
He had a great set, and then Louis came out and just killed for easily an hour 15 maybe.
Okay,
if
with
I had to
Ted.
guess.
Yeah, Ted's funny, man.
And I see Louis a lot, not one old joke.
Yeah.
Wow.
An hour and 15 of all new material, just killing.
Yeah, he's amazing.
And he does that
Right.
every year. Every year he
year.
does a new hour and 15 minutes. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's I forgot he was even doing it, and then I think I saw your Twitter. Somebody texted me and said, "Hey, you going to see Louis tonight?" By the time I got it, was like, I wouldn't know. Why would it be too depressing to watch somebody at Carnegie Hall stand up?
Is it?
Ah,
Yeah.
but he should be there. I mean, the guy's selling
Standing.
3,000 tickets everywhere.
He's amazing.
It's
Standing
tremendous.
fucking ovation at the end, and he just what I love about Louis C.K., like Ted Alexandro, we know these guys.
Yeah.
He comes out appropriately dressed for Carnegie Hall. He's got his almost like a suit on, like a casual suit jacket, and he looks really nice.
Oh,
And then,
wow, okay.
And then Louis comes out, and it looks like he just took something off the pile at his apartment and threw on for his big Carnegie Hall appearance. He don't care. Obviously a black shirt and some type of jeans, I think, that looked quite smelly. And he didn't care. He just doesn't care.
He might be the best comic working right now.
He
might be the. Yeah, man. Louis
so.
is fucking just phenomenal.
He's an animal, so I just wanted to give him props. We haven't seen him in a while. I hope he comes back and does our show. But
of course he will.
Holy shit, was he great at Carnegie
He
Hall
writes
last
new
night.
material, writes for his show.
He's
What the fuck is he doing?
But Louis is a guy I know. Like I told you, him and Mark Maron were, I think, the first two, or Colin maybe, but they were the first three guys to be nice to me in New York. Like when I was 5 years in the business, and I was a
Wow,
Jersey
really?
guy. Louis C.K.
Louis
was nice.
too, yeah.
Louis and Maron were two guys I met
Wow.
together, and like they told each other, like, this guy's really funny. And he has. Ever since, like, way back then, he was a respected city comedian. Like, all the club owners liked him, and they knew he was something special. But he would do these weird little home movies for the comic strip Christmas parties. Louis has always been extremely
creative.
Yeah, man.
Doing
Like,
other things.
way back in the fucking
Yeah.
95, he was doing that stuff.
Yeah,
So it's nice to
really.
see the guy going through the roof.
When it wasn't easy to film anything.
Yeah.
And there was nowhere to put it either.
Nowhere to put it, yeah.
You hoped you could get some friends over your house to show them. Now you just throw it on the internet like, here's
First
my
time I saw him, I thought he
bullshit.
stunk.
Really?
Oh, I didn't
Louis?
get my first time was like 95. I didn't know who he was. It was before I ever met him, and he was doing something about holding a peach over his head. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I have a peach. And now I would love that because I know he's such a bizarre, odd guy.
I would love
He
to see
really
that
is.
bit now.
Yeah, but I think that back then, it was before I had met him. We were just coming to the city on Monday nights, and then Louis would come in once in a while and do like the late night spot.
Yeah, right on.
I didn't get him at first.
And Mark Maron's an animal on that
Mark's
stage,
great too. He's a great comedian.
Hey, choices.
Oh,
Smelly pussy.
I love that one.
I miss apologizing again. or our old pal Arthur Chien getting his face fucking broken. We got a lot of stories today, man.
Classic golden stories.
Yeah.
Arthur Chien. That one, when I read that, I'm just like, this guy can't get a break.
What was he doing? A report?
Yeah, he was on a float in the gay. I call it the gay parade.
The gay parade.
It's the Halloween parade down in the village,
But that's
which
where
is the gay parade.
It's known as the gay parade
because they have their gay pride parade, and then they got the Halloween parade. And to me, I don't notice a difference.
It's the same thing.
It's the same
They're wearing
thing.
the exact same stuff.
Gay gentlemen, scantily clad,
Right.
hugging each other on floats.
They don't have to go to a costume shop to get
No, costume.
their costumes.
And I guess Arthur Chien was on one of the floats.
Well, no, not really. He was trying to get on one of the floats.
No, he wasn't. He was on it.
I heard they were pulling. Oh,
the other guy was trying to get on the float.
Fuck me,
and Arthur
man.
Chien was
Sorry.
on the float, and the guy grabbed Arthur Chien to get on the float and pulled him off.
Oh, I read it.
Arthur was
differently. I
waving him
apologize.
off.
Yeah.
The guy was trying to get up, and I think Arthur was too crowded or something. Was going, no. And the railing busted or something.
He
and
grabbed Arthur's arm to try to get on, and instead of him getting on, he dragged Arthur off, and Arthur's face smashed right on the pavement.
And smashed badly.
Face first.
Like reconstructive surgery on.
Flattened his face right out. He just, smashed it.
Especially in that filthy fucking Halloween parade vibe.
Yeah.
Who wants your face there for of all the parades?
Oh, no.
Gay Pride first. Halloween is a close second as to what parade you don't want your face in.
And then
Your
the Puerto
face
Rican Day
smashed.
parade.
Then again,
Yeah.
you know what? The
Wild
fucking
day.
St. Patty's probably more vomit than all those parades
Yes,
put
puke.
together.
You'll get some puke.
Yeah, I would imagine so. So our old pal, we're connected to Arthur Chien because of the famous assault on the media where he said, "What the fuck is your problem, man?"
Well, that's what he said to the guy, I think, when his face smashed.
Really?
Yeah, the guy was dressed as a clown.
Yeah.
And
my
and then he
God.
ran off into the crowd, and they never found him.
He was supposed to get surgery yesterday, where they'll attempt to reconstruct the half-dozen facial fractures they have labeled a crash injury.
Damn.
Recovery will be determined on the outcome of Thursday's procedure,
Poor
GM
bastard.
said.
That guy can't get a break.
That
oh my
just
god!
sucks.
So he was pulled off the float. by
Fucking
accident.
face.
Yeah.
How many feet is that to fall? I mean, that's, a couple feet's enough to
About
break.
80, I think.
Oh, see, I thought it was lower. Okay.
You want to listen to the audio of back in the day?
I want to hear back in the day.
This is about 4 years old.
Is it that old?
We used to do some assaults on the media, and then we abruptly stopped, and that's all we'll say about that. But
People didn't like it.
Arthur Chien was at the top of a subway.
Nathaniel, this was.
Yeah, this was Stan.
Yes.
And also one of the guys from Howard's show walked on by at the same time.
Who was that?
Yeah.
I vaguely remember.
I forget, to be honest. One of his guys.
Someone here is saying Arthur Chien will now look like the, I'll just put Asian gentleman. They put a different word. Look like the Asian guy from Platoon. the one-legged guy.
Oh, you dance.
You don't want to look like him.
You got it over there, Danny? We can play it from there.
Ooh.
Ripping off the MTA. But as of today, transit officials are cracking down on subway swipers.
Enough already.
CBS 2's Arthur Chien working our top story live from Midtown. Arthur, good morning.
Good morning, Sean. This is apparently a very simple crime to commit. All one has to do is buy multiple Metro cards, stand at the turnstile, and just continuously swipe people in all day. Police sources say these guys net a couple $100s a day, and that's pure profit. But it's costing the TA a great deal, about $16 million a year, and they're trying to put a stop to it. What the fuck is your problem, man?
Yeah, and that got him fired.
He went right into it. He should have known, like, give it a breath. Give it a step.
Yeah, I mean, you're live.
You're live.
They're going to go to the tape piece. Give it a second or two. Look at your monitor. Make sure you're not live anymore. Then you turn around and say, what the fuck is your
Stan
problem?
in the face.
Yeah, Arthur Chien was not happy, and unfortunately, we got him fired over that.
Yeah, they probably shouldn't have fired him.
They shouldn't have fired him.
Shouldn't have fired him.
It was our fault, not his. But they fired his ass. But then he got back on TV, and he's been doing his thing for many years. And then the other day, he got his face fucking smashed up.
And it fell on his face.
That's right. So that's kind of a big story today.
Yeah, poor Arthur. Arthur.
Yeah, we said that he was dressed as a clown.
Yeah, the guy.
Guy that pulled him off the phone. Just like a clown, of course. I saw that movie we were talking about yesterday, Four Lions.
Oh, good. The director's coming in. Oh, that's right.
That's
He was
right. He was in
yesterday.
Oops. I know.
Oops. Maybe we could have him back so you could talk about the film with
Day
the guy.
late and $1 short.
Oops.
What the fuck?
Oops.
Gives a shit.
No, what's weird?
Fuck them.
Fuck them up, fight them. Talking about Four Lions, and I was looking at all the movies that are coming out today. They're not even reviewing this movie with the rest of them. And,
really?
And this movie's better than any of this horse shit that's going to be in theaters this weekend. I don't understand how that works.
It's too smart for
I'm not saying it's the greatest movie ever made, but when you compare it to the other stuff, it's definitely way better than these other...
Than the ripoff of Planes, Trains, Automobiles.
Oh, man. Due Date looks exactly like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Due Date. Enough. Yeah. It was a funny movie, Four Lions. Very well done. And they went the distance.
Well acted?
Yeah. Well acted, yeah.
All the guys
good.
were good, man. Didn't you just keep, like, I mean, you kind of knew because we talked about it, but it's like there were so many chances for him to screw that movie up.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And again, I'm not saying it was, we might have overhyped it as far as it being the greatest comedy ever. It was just in the era that we're in, it was so refreshing to see what it was.
Yeah.
I recommend it before you see any of the other movies.
It was good.
Really entertaining movie, man.
Yeah.
If we did a little research about the guy before he came in, you would have known that he wasn't going to wreck this movie. He's all in with his shit.
Yeah, he's got a good record as far as some of his other shows
I forgot the name of it, but it's on online. But all of Britain was in uproar because of a pedo piece he did on pedophiles.
Yeah.
He did like a mock of a news magazine show, and he did it on pedophiles. And holy shit, he shows in the thing. It's obviously an actress. A 10-year-old actress having sex with a pedophile.
Shit.
And it's definitely worth checking out. It's on YouTube in 3 or 4 parts.
That's exactly what comedy is supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's supposed to like make you go like, what the fuck? Or it's something that's a little bit inappropriate. God. It's so great, man.
Yeah, I was checking him out yesterday after his appearance on the show because he seemed pretty cool.
Yeah, he's great.
He won some kind of British Comedy Award. I mean, the guy is the real deal.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Jam was one of his shows.
Jam?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's was that where the pedo piece was?
That might be the one, yeah.
I forget. Oh no, Brass something.
Oh, right, okay. He's got that other one.
Brass something had the
Brass Eye.
Brass Eye. Yeah, there it is, the pedo.
Yeah, pedophile.
You want to check out just the first minute of this thing?
Oh my god.
I mean, this is pretty damn harsh. There's no way this would ever be on American TV. And I guess it was on British TV.
Yeah.
You know, they could show nudity and boobs.
I know.
And there's no uproar whatsoever.
It always amazed me as a kid when you turned on like PBS and they would play English shows and you see tits.
That one right there.
Like, what the fuck? I'm looking at tits on television.
Yeah.
Amazing. There it is. Pedo episode.
They spell PAE, right?
PAED, yeah.
Yeah, it's called Brass Eye.
These are our children. They skip down our streets, but the pedophile is waiting.
Young bottom ride.
Take a look at this. What is it? Just a hillside? Look again. There's a child there, no more than a blue speck. But the fact is, if you show this picture to a paedophile, they'll actually try and attack it in an attempt to reach the child. That's the sort of warped mindset we're dealing with.
Even our most drastic measures don't work. Last month, the notorious paedophile Sidney Cook was blasted into space to spend the rest of his life aboard a one-man prison vessel, posing no further threat to children on Earth. But it was revealed that an 8-year-old boy was also placed on board by mistake and is now trapped alone in space with the monster. A spokesman said, "This is the one thing we didn't want to happen."
Can we no longer think of the British Isles without the word pedof in front of them?
Pedophiles.
The graphics on this are right on, too. Just mocking these news shows.
That's great.
They exaggerate the intro, obviously, with all these graphics and slowly come back.
Very exciting.
Good evening. We're live tonight from the epicenter of Operation Daisy Bird. Welcome to Pedogeddon.
The sounds.
People like this are everywhere.
That's why my own children are here with me. Good night, children.
He's got them in a filing cabinet.
They're safe tonight. Are yours?
I doubt it. That's why we've taken over every major stadium in the country. Please, we must have your children safe in one of those by midnight. They're already filling up nicely, and that's a check-in area in Cardiff, and you can see clowns there.
They
fitting
really
children
have
with
the
anti-paedophile
news thing
canisters.
down.
Those canisters can be remotely activated if the child goes missing. They put off paedophiles by spraying the child with 8 litres of pressurised sewerage.
We're after your help too. Security footage of a paedophile disguised as a school. He's been getting away with it in Sheffield for 12 years.
The school is moving.
Please call.
Yes, we must catch that man. He really is a shit. But let's start with a look at how the paedophile problem has grown over the years.
She's smiling.
Victorian
Here it is. The scene I was
This
telling you
man is having sex with a 10-year-old girl. In our reconstruction, she's played by a 25-year-old woman. The breasts are inaccurate.
The breasts are inaccurate.
Are small. The nipples, much like those of a boy. But this isn't paedophilia. The girl's a whore.
Money now, please.
In the 1950s, a national questionnaire explained exactly what a paedophile was.
Great.
Each man in Britain was asked if he thought he was one. 92% said yes. 1969 and the summer of Pan saw thousands of young paedophiles party without shame in parks and fields. And as late as 1973, people still thought nothing of hits like Playground Bangaround.
Right inside your little boy on the slide, little girl on the swing.
He really is a shit. A shit.
But today, the number of children having sex with adults is beyond belief. If you define a child as anyone under 30, the figure is over 86%.
Doll with a giant cock in front of it.
Institutional paedophilia spreads wide rife.
So what measures did you take to ensure this man wouldn't offend again?
We invited a 10-year-old boy into the room and we asked the man, "Are you attracted to this boy?" And he said no.
And you believed him?
Yes.
Even though on that occasion he put his hand down the boy's trousers?
He was trying to save the boy from a fly.
We have become
From a fire?
people confused.
Dear sir, I am a paedophile. Please can I have sex with this 3-year-old girl now that she's 21?
No way.
You should be in a mental asylum.
A large crowd has gathered outside Dredgemore Prison tonight to protest against tomorrow's planned release of the notorious paedophile, Jez North. Ted Moore has this there.
Yes, and I don't know if you can sense the air of aggression here, but 10 minutes ago, we threw this crowd a dummy full of guts. It lasted just 8 seconds.
A dummy full of guts.
They're stomping the dummy.
This is very much a protest that swallowed a bomb and given the detonator to a monkey.
What's that behind you, Ted?
The giant, dressed as a girl, has been here all day.
Thanks, Ted. So who is
Thanks, Ted.
Jez North? In 1986, Jez North was convicted for multiple acts. We believe his story is actually too upsetting to transmit. We only do so tonight with that proviso.
I drew pictures of him, and they were disgusting.
His handwriting was definitely too big.
I remember once he got his bum out.
Like so many of his kind, North was required to leave school after passing exams.
Watching TV.
Yeah, I know.
And
Now we're
took
just
a
watching
job
television.
delivering potatoes.
It's very funny though, man.
Yeah, it's
The guy, the pedophile dressed as a school. And it's a little building moving slowly.
it's very well done. And the same guy that did 4 Lions.
Oh, the best.
That's going to be in some cities today for you guys to check out. But check out his work on YouTube.
It's great.
The guy knows what he's doing with his comedy, man.
Yeah, that was a good movie though. Watched that last night, and
we talked briefly
well
before
done.
the show. Ant caught a couple things because I watched it. I was distracted, and there was like 2 things you just mentioned which I didn't catch. So I'm going to watch it again.
Yeah, a couple of really cool, quick moments in the movie that kind of set it apart from just a wacky comedy or anything. Almost a Monty Python-ish feel to the, I'll just say, explosions.
Yeah.
You know, very Very, you didn't feel bad.
No, there was a couple in the movie at weird times too, not when people might expect it, and it really was a
just very good though.
Yeah,
good movie. I also watched that goddamn fucking Jesus Camp. I watched one of those religious evangelist shows on HBO on demand. It was a real short one, and then there's another one called Jesus Camp. It's been out for a while. I think 2008, 2007, something like that. And wow, it is complete child abuse. It is nothing but hysterically crying children based on their parents throwing guilt at them, filling them with misinformation or their own beliefs. And people will say, you know, hey, if you got a kid and you want them to believe what you believe in, then that's all they're doing. But this goes further. This, I almost felt like it was the same analogy as if, well, the parents drink, so give the kid booze.
Right.
You know, or the parents are doing heroin, so give the kid heroin. It's so detrimental to these kids emotionally, what they're doing. It is complete and total cultish brainwashing. I don't even care what the background is. Don't call and say, it's Christianity and it's based on this. I'm not going to argue Christianity with anybody today. Whatever it is, whatever belief it is, if someone like this fat cunt that is running this kids camp for Jesus was whatever religion it was or whatever she's trying to sell, if she's trying to fucking sell her own fucking brand of religion, it's a cult.
I'll do what you want me to do. I'll say what you want me to say.
These are little kids just being brainwashed.
In Jesus' name.
Jesus.
Amen.
And the kids just start crying because they
If you don't open your mouth, the Holy Spirit can't talk. All right, now
it's
I want
all
everyone
guilt.
to raise your hands, and we're going to pray in tongues. Hallelujah.
In
Let's
tongues.
do it. Oh, we love you, Jesus. So
What? Make a like a hand, make a handy ho. Make a like a hand, make a channy ho.
Let's talk in tongues.
Heal him, heal him, heal him, heal him.
De Niro.
Don't stop. This is the greatest day of your life. Next to the day you got saved.
This is creepy.
Yeah.
I feel like this at regular church, though. There's a cult feel to just going to church in general.
Any religion will give you that cult feeling.
Oh, yeah, man.
But this is complete and total, like, fucking Waco shit brainwashing.
Just completely over the top.
Over the top, crazy shit.
I wish we had clips of this.
Warlocks are enemies of God.
See, that's why you shouldn't watch Harry Potter.
And I don't care what kind of hero they are. They're an enemy of God. And had it been in the Old Testament, Harry Potter would have been put to death.
So would you fat slob.
No, what a fat stick in the mud, an airplane hanger.
Yeah.
Why are you ruining Harry Potter for the kids?
She's fat.
That's all they got.
Yeah, they're
Don't
wizards.
make heroes out of warlocks.
Wizardry. This fat lady
This
hates me.
generation is going to stand for purity
She has banished
and
me.
righteousness and holiness, and you're going to serve the Lord all the days of your life.
Oh, God.
See, this camp, she
And
just
we
yells
declare
at these
all
kids.
those things over you. I believe this so much that I have given my whole life to see to it that you get there.
Yeah, she's given her whole life because she's nothing.
Yeah.
She is a nothing piece of shit.
She is.
If she was getting a
sense in my
deep
heart
dick
tonight
in,
what I heard the Lord
she
say
wouldn't give a shit about
is that
this.
there's some kids here.
You know how bad her leg
say
must
they're
smell?
Christians.
Look at what
They
she
go
says.
to church all the time.
They go to church.
But you're one thing when you're at church, and you're another thing when you're at school with your friends. You're a phony and a hypocrite.
She's guilting these
You
kids.
do
They start
things you
crying.
shouldn't do. You talk dirty just like all the other kids talk dirty. And it's time to clean up your act. Come up here and get washed.
What?
With a bottle of water.
With a lame bottle of
Because we can't
water?
have
With the
phonies
kids
in the army of
crying?
God.
Yeah, the kids are all crying
If
now.
that's you, put your hands up here.
This is
Whoa,
cult shit.
baby.
Then she just dumps water over their hands and
just
A dumb.
Nessa water.
yeah.
Or Nestle.
No more, devil. No more. Say it, boys and girls, in the name of Jesus. You know
It's
exactly what
insanity.
it is. Name it. Name it out loud. Name it. What do you need?
Someone's
to be
writing she
forgiven
uses donuts for communion, obviously.
Yeah.
Big fat broad.
At the beginning,
Thank you, Spectro.
During one of her bullshit sessions, she's saying, like, people are fat and lazy, and they won't even give up a meal to fast. She's a fat fucking slob. She never passed up a meal.
No.
That disgusting mess. And just to see these kids, like, they upset the children. And they start talking about abortion with them. And, like, let the kid be a fucking kid, for fuck's sake.
Fuck, man?
Jesus would have hated this.
Oh, I know.
He would have fucking hated this lady.
He'd have smited the parents.
These kids
smited
He was
them.
a fucking maverick.
These kids are like 10, 11 years old, man.
Yeah, some of them younger, like
probably even younger.
7.
Christ was a hippie.
This fruit gets up and
He was a
says shit,
fucking
yeah.
hippie.
He was a
fucking-
liberal
But he was.
man.
He was a hipster.
Long fucking hair.
Yeah.
Gave shit to other people. He washed a leper's feet.
I think everyone had long hair, though.
Yeah, they
The Romans
really
didn't.
have super cuts.
Yeah, they didn't really have
Oh,
people
the
cutting
Romans
hair
did. They had a
much.
Caesar hairdo.
Yeah,
No,
that's
he was,
true.
I think, rebellious against that part of the society.
Okay,
yeah.
I apologize. I don't
But
know.
I mean, his disciples, I guess, all that. I don't know.
I went.
But he was a hippie.
I was heading in this direction with fucking religion.
That's crazy.
I went to like religious retreats and.
Oh, did you?
I had religious fucking class every Tuesday night at some miserable house.
Really?
Where
At
you
a house?
Yeah, where you could tell like the couple, they were just miserable. Like they don't look like they have a happy marriage, and they're going to teach us about the Lord.
They were teaching about
And then,
evolution.
and I went to religious
creationism.
camp too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was that like that?
No,
Put
no,
your hands up and
no,
cry?
never that bad. But I was done. I was so done when it was time to make my own decision.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that's.
And my
what I
parents
see.
weren't really religious either. I mean, they were when they were growing up, but they kind of turned their backs too.
It's horrible, but I love when these kids grow up and get into their teen years and just fucking rebel.
Yeah, of course they do.
They turn to drugs and fucking and just tell their parents to shove it up their ass. I knew a family that was hardcore religious. I mean, the parents were crazy about church and everything, and all the daughters turned out whores. They loved doing drugs and fucking. And the mother and father just oblivious to it.
Of course they are.
Wouldn't even accept it. Thought everything was hunky-dory. But watching that was just brutal. It was like, what are they doing to these kids? And then they'd show them at home because they're all, like 75% of homeschooled children are these evangelicals. And because they don't want to send them to school to learn about this phoniness that is, science and math and things like that. It's all about God, and they're teaching creationism instead of evolution, and they just blatantly lie to the kids. They lie to them. They make them fools.
I watched something I got home yesterday. Part 1 of 7. It was a debate between Danny, you might be able to get the names. This guy Dawkins versus this woman Wendy something. I cannot remember her name. She's a creationist.
Wendy?
And she's not a dumb woman. She's not a scientist. She's obviously... But to watch the debate was annoying because some things she was saying, like she said something about why do people attack, like she was talking about how a lot of people attack the creationists. And she's right. Like a lot of people do attack them for their beliefs instead of addressing any evidence that they don't have. They attack the creationists. And she made a good point there. But every point this guy had to her scientifically, she was just ignoring. It was really weird to watch.
It is, and they do ignore, and we saw yesterday when we dealt with that guy on the phone, they will ignore your facts.
She was saying, like, what about the link between this and that? And he said, well, and he gave a bunch of, he's British, he was like, Homo sapiens, Homo erectus. He gave a bunch of
Sapiens.
examples of people he thought were like, of links in the DNA and evolution. And she's like, well, where's the evidence? He's like, well, these bones are in the museum. And she's like, no, they're not. And he's like, yes, they are.
That's exactly what they say.
They are in the museum.
Well,
I've seen, of course they're there.
That's like arguing with truthers. Same shit.
But it was really weird. Yeah, Richard Dawkins' his name is, and her name is Wendy Wright. Thanks, Danny. She has like the wide-eyed look. And again, not a dumb woman. But she kept going back to all theories that are not creation, that are based in science, treat their individuals horribly. She's like, we believe human beings should be treated with respect, whether they have value to society. And all right, that's her belief. But it's like her belief is so invested in how human beings should be treated, she was allowing that to skewer her view of the facts. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Because she kept going back to that about societies that were not based in creationism were brutal to their people. which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's true, who cares? That doesn't change the facts.
You're not setting your child up to. Although they look at this world and just look at it like it's a temporary little layover for you to worship from the moment you're born or born again to the moment you drop dead. Your whole job on this planet is just to worship for the chance of getting eternal life in paradise. So they just look at us being here on Earth as nothingness. Like, this is bullshit. And meanwhile, I see it as go for the gusto. Because, once you shut your fucking eyes for the dirt nap, you're done.
Well, the fact that I just hate the way they pervert. I'd be happy if I had to talk to God right now. I could live with my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could. It's like you made me.
Plead your case.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I think we could all plead our
What,
case.
he cares about my dirty language? There's wormholes in space. He cares that I said cunt? Come on, stop it, you fucking asshole.
The interpretation is all wrong.
Oh, they're so
why are we
irritating.
doing religious shit all of a sudden? You watching all this religious stuff
It
every
was
night.
just-
You're creeping me out. What are you, going to be a born again or something?
Yeah, I'm really thinking
Are you doing
of
some
being
research?
Born again Satanist. No,
two
it's
days
just-
in a row with this religious stuff.
It was one show that I watched on HBO, and then some people tweeted and said that I should check out this other one,
Jesus Camp.
Yeah, Jesus Camp, and it was just it was more brutal than the first one. They really got a little more in depth into this fucking slob.
Yeah. Well, thank God there's only a small percentage of America that is doing this.
The Midwest is wrought with this shit.
Yeah.
It really is amazing.
I know it is.
The radio stations out there, the giant crosses that are all over the Midwest, these churches that are 35,000-seat arenas.
You ever see Religulous?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, you should watch that.
Yeah.
With Bill Maher. He mocks it pretty good, and he shows all those big fucking crosses and stuff.
I still have a hard time watching Bill Maher. I
understand.
I have such a grudge against that fuck.
I understand, but he does a very good job with that movie. He really does.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's worth checking out if you're on this religious kick of yours.
Just watching a few
'cause
documentaries.
I understand. Politically, you might not like him, but I think you would like this movie, Religulous.
I mean, I watched that, and then I watched another documentary on the flight that left South America going to France, the Air France one that got caught in the storm in the middle of the Atlantic.
Was there a documentary on that? Wait,
yeah,
on
Nova. It was a plane that left Rio.
Yes.
Heading to France.
Airbus, right?
Airbus.
Yeah.
And it just disappeared. It fucking disappeared. And they had a bunch of people, experts, go over, because they still technically haven't said what happened in that flight. But they had, experts in the fields of engineering and aeronautics and everything go over what happened step by step. The message, because the plane actually...
Did they fly into a storm? That was a giant storm?
Giant storm.
Okay.
And it looks to them like there was a small storm blocking their radar of a giant storm. So they're like, oh, we'll just fly through this small storm. They flew through it and ended up in a giant thunderstorm. The Airbus is able to automatically take control and fly through this shit. But the pitot tubes that measure airspeed all got iced up. And when the plane doesn't know how fast it's going, all the autopilots shut down, and they had to fly manually.
Oh.
And they didn't bring the airspeed up, lost airspeed, wing stall, flat, came down, smashed into the ocean.
They can't pull out of that, huh? Once
you can if you have altitude, if you know what the problem is. Apparently, the problem with their autopilot is on this Airbus is the throttle that's between the two pilot seats doesn't change with the autopilot. So whatever you have it set at, it'll look, if you glance at it, you'll be like, oh, I'm at full power. Meanwhile, you're not. The autopilot will pull
the autopilot should pull it back, so you could see by visually.
Right.
Okay,
mechanically it doesn't.
Well, there was speculation that flight, they thought that they might have broken up in midair.
Yeah,
and then,
they said from the wreckage that
they did
happen.
not, because they said that normally midair people who fall, a lot of their clothes are off from the air. So
and
that was
damage to the equipment. The wreckage they found wasn't indicative of the plane coming apart in the air.
So that was ice, and they stopped. But it wasn't the wind that knocked them out.
All 3 airspeed indicators. Wow. And it's a weird experiment they did. If they took purified water, which is supposed to be like that in the atmosphere over the ocean, and you could freeze it or get the temperature below 32 degrees on this water. And they had bottles of water well below 32 degrees, which is freezing. And ice needs like some kind of impurity to build crystals around. So this water is called supercooled. He took a metal rod, shoved it in the bottle. It instantly turned to a solid block of ice in the bottle.
The ice did.
So they're saying the water in the atmosphere was super cooled. When the plane flew through it, all these pitot tubes just instantly froze. And they instantly lost, within minutes, all fucking systems. Yeah, so and they were in the middle of changing all these pitot tubes to superheat them and change them to the newer ones when this happened. So obviously there was a problem.
Didn't someone just yanked all their Airbuses out of commission? It's one of the airlines. Was it Qantas?
Yeah.
One of them just pulled all their
Qantas
Airbuses.
just had one of their engines just come apart in midair. Yeah, on their
pieces in little villages
giant
everywhere.
Airbuses. But it was a pretty interesting documentary. So,
I would love
not just religion. I was watching. I'm just on a documentary kick.
I
now.
love documentaries, man. I would love to have seen
great.
that.
It's a good
Pitot
one.
tubes.
It's on Netflix. That's where I've been watching all my shit. You go to documentaries, you thumb through it. They have a shitload of really cool stuff on there.
See, here's why that's a relief. Because A, I usually fly 727s or 737s or 757s. Yeah. And B, because I thought that the storm brought it down. I thought like I thought the plane
storm itself
could not handle the wind in the storm.
No, it was doing a good job automatically. They say one of the biggest problems with these new planes are they really don't give the pilots much flight time. And, they have training in the simulators and stuff, but it doesn't give them a lot of flight hands-on experience. So all these alarms started going off, and instead of the first thing they should do is check pitch and power, which is make sure your attitude on your plane is good and your power is up. They were answering these alarms, which were erroneous, a lot of them, because it was the pitot tubes frozen. So the alarms, don't acknowledge them. Make sure you're flying the fucking plane. That's first and foremost.
So could the guy have kept, like, if he had to increase the airspeed?
They had guys reenact it in a simulator, and pilots that didn't know what was going to happen. They just said, hey, Bob, Bill, get in this simulator and fly this plane. And then the guys set up the exact circumstances without the pilots knowing what was going to happen. And the first thing they did was, because now they don't even know what the airspeed is. And it's odd because if you fly too slow or too fast, you could wing stall in that kind of weather. It puts too much turbulence over the top of the wing, and your plane falls out of the sky. So you're supposed to power up to like 85% power, 5-degree pitch on the nose, and your plane will be fine. But these guys left the power down.
Because they looked at the indicator, and it looked like it was regular.
Indicator,
wow,
and saw that the power was up, but it wasn't.
It's always
the plane
error.
had pulled back the power to compensate for the storm, so there wasn't so much stress on the airframe, and plane fell out of the fucking sky, just flat fell out of the sky and hit the ocean. Yeah.
I wonder if there's any illusion that you're going to pull out of that.
If you have altitude,
quiet. It's got to be quiet because when the engines shut off, I've heard people that have been on planes where the engines shut off.
It's not an engine stall where the engine's actually stall. It's a wing stall, which means there's not enough air for the lift of the wing. Your plane, your wing's actually like a wall at that point.
So the engines weren't working.
The engines are working. So the way to get out of it is supposed to be pitch the nose down, power up, get your airspeed up, and then you just slowly pull out of it again if you have the altitude. If you don't have altitude, you're going to fall into the fucking ground of the ocean, and that's what happened.
Well, didn't they have altitude or no?
They took too much time answering these alarms while we were losing altitude. They had altitude, but they were answering all these alarms that were going off and trying to figure out what was wrong with their plane instead of flying the fucking plane. So that was then they went back and told the pilots, look, this is what you got to do in that situation now. So live and learn kind of a thing. Die and learn. Yeah.
And what's the name of this thing for people?
It was Flight 477. I'm not.
It's on demand.
411, whatever. Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Netflix. All right.
Netflix. Yeah,
Cloudy
check it out.
Skies.
Good one. Cloudy skies brought the plane down.
All right, we're going to take our first break because we got to talk about the smelly pussy lady, man.
Oh, that is fantastic.
It was a very intelligent 45 minutes here, but, I mean, we got to talk about smelly pussy.
Oh, smelly pussy has to work its way back.
And fucking Imus's apology. Wait till you hear what Imus is up to next.
I love it.
We love this fucking guy.
Love it.
That's why he didn't mean his apology for the nappy-headed hoe thing.
No.
And God bless him for not meaning it, by the way. We'll explain next. Stay there.
Sirius XM, the virus. Call the O&A Show. 866-WOW-1-WOW. That's 866-969-1969. The Opie and Anthony Show.
I did, believe it or not.
Stones touring and releasing a new album next year.
What?
Wow. Yeah, they're still doing it, man.
They are go-getters.
And that Keith Richards book is on my coffee table, and I'm thinking about reading it. It's a fucking big book, though.
Sounds
I know the guy's had
memories.
a life, but Jesus. It is like this thick.
Really?
How the fuck am I going to get through that?
I bet it's really good, though.
He needs an editor, though. Come on.
He's old, though.
It's got to be 400 or 500 pages.
Why don't you line up for it, gear up for it by reading the Situations book?
Yeah, thank God we got the Situations book.
Commercial break.
Yeah, I'm halfway through it. And you just gave it to us 5 minutes ago, Sam.
It's a very small book. But again, for a bunch of 19-year-old MTV fucking fans, they're going to love this book.
Why are they going to love this book?
It's short, small, it's easy.
But there's nothing... Well, the Situation's going to be on our show in about an hour or so, so we'll have to talk about his great book here. Shaving, fragrance. He has a whole thing on tattoos.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I want to read that book, but it looks intimidating.
At least they're autographed.
What? You got an autographed fucking Keith Richards book? No.
No, it's a sign.
To you?
Yep.
Are they all signed like that? That fake signature shit? Let me see yours. Oh, fuck that.
It's the same thing.
That's great.
I had a half a second of joy, and then I realized it was a bunch of malarkey.
You had me, man.
I had me too for a half a second.
Comes a little bookmark.
I'm going to smell my book. Hold on.
Yeah, smell your book.
How many pages is Keith?
Oh, God, it just smells good.
How many pages is the Keith Richards book?
Wow.
Hold on. Page 480 to 81 smells terrific.
You're up to 480 pages?
564 pages.
564 pages. And, I mean...
Chapter 8.
And every page is packed with letters, right?
Yeah.
I mean, packed.
Yes. Packed with letters.
You should
There's
see
two picture sections, though.
What point in his life is page 133 or whatever?
Oh, that's a great idea. And then you got the Situation. This is like a pamphlet. So compared to the Keith Richards book, this is a pamphlet, and there's a lot of illustrations in this book. Every page has an illustration just about.
Yeah, but
and he starts each page like a third of the way down.
550. How many pages? Keith
550?
Yeah.
All right. At what part of his life is he up to by page number 133?
Well, at page 150.
150? Okay.
Around there, yeah.
That means you've already read the Situations book, okay?
Yeah. He's talking about the summer of 64. I'm not kidding. It's the summer of 64.
A little different, the two books.
Yeah, 45 years to go.
6. Whatever. But good joke,
years
Travis.
to
Let's
go.
just shove it up.
Oh, my God.
Sitch's book can help your life, though.
Can it?
Yes.
This just makes... It just makes me angry.
There's nothing...
The Sitch's book is a joke book.
There's nothing in Keith Richards' book that will tell you how to enter a grenade-free zone.
You know what?
Does he talk about building the world's best lasagna in the Keith Richards book?
Probably not.
No. Fuck, I want Keith Richards' recipe for lasagna.
Exactly.
And there's not one page that doesn't have... It isn't... 3/4 of the page isn't taken up with a graphic, with a drawing of the Sitch.
Well, sometimes it's easier to people. It's for people who are a little more visual.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's a little easier.
I said there's an illustration on every fucking page. I can't find 2 pages in a row that doesn't have an illustration in this book.
Look, I mean, there may be more pages in the Keith Richards book or whatever, but the bottom line is people can hate on the situation.
Can someone do me a favor?
I mean, they hate because they ain't.
That's pretty much it.
Well,
how do you not love this guy, though? Shirt before the shirt, the hat after the bath. This guy's just out of his... He's great.
Yeah.
He's the fucking greatest.
I want to do an experiment right now. Who could sit in that chair for the next hour and just read the Situations book? And I want to see how far you get in an hour.
Well, I mean, we could do...
Stevie's blind.
He's blind as shit, though. Yeah.
And he's stupid.
There's no one else around?
I mean,
I would bet within an hour you could have pretty much this book done.
Let me give you just a paragraph off the back cover here to let you know what you're getting. The Situation. Listen, dog. D-A-W-G. Listen, dog. You're probably hitting the gym, doing your tanning, and picking up fresh laundry every day.
GTO.
And maybe you've had some success beating up the beat and creeping on chicks in the club. But do you really think your situation is where it needs to be? Be honest with yourself, bro. See? That's the kind of
You're not going to get a life lesson like that in someone like Keith Richards' book. What has he really done?
That is true.
He came up with the greatest riff in rock and roll history. You're right.
Yeah, riff is what do you? You can take a music lesson then.
Exactly.
I mean, the Situations book is a life book.
I want to see how to get abs. I can't fuck a chick with Keith Richards' fucking riff, but if I can get abs like Sitch.
Yeah, like Sitch.
I do like him.
I mean, how you could get abs like Sitch is like Buffalo Bill did. You have to skin him and put it on.
Yeah, he has Sitch ab facts.
Yeah, of
In
course.
2008, my six-pack became the first abdominals to perform an emergency appendectomy on myself.
See, that shit's hilarious.
That's
Is it?
That's,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's
thanks
all
for
at page
telling me.
49, by the way. I just got past page 49.
That's
with
page
that.
49.
Yeah.
Wow.
You put another page behind you.
We shouldn't hate on him because this thing will sell a lot of
how many
fucking
people in his book
copies.
signing?
What's wrong with them?
There were thousands of people at his book signing.
Why?
No.
To meet the Sitch.
They love him.
I mean, you got to understand something.
I'm sure he's a nice guy, but
It's a Sitch Nation. And the Sitch Nation is going to show up to the book signing.
I don't know why I think this guy's great, but I don't know why. Like, I think Snooki is kind of a dope. Pauly D's all right, but I don't know why I like this dude.
Pauly D's just trying to get DJ gigs in clubs. This guy's making millions.
This guy is doing what I would do with that kind of fame. He's just fucking showing his stomach off and banging broads.
He knows
That's
he's a
all I would
horse's
do.
ass, and he's making a mockery of it.
Because this,
Think he knows?
this is the Bible for the Situation Nation. Read it, live it, and crush it.
That's right. Crush it, baby. Beat that beat up.
that's Pauly D's song.
Right, but I mean... Yeah.
I got it.
Get that fist up.
Yeah.
You see his abs? How are you going to hate on someone that pretty
This
much
is
looks
just
like Rambo with their shirt
Amyl
on?
nitrate poppers and ass sex to this song.
And then go back to Keith
Yeah.
Richards' book. It's intimidating. There's just too many words on every fucking page.
Plus, it's like, did the Rolling
Packed.
Stones ever do anything this catchy? I don't know.
halfway through Keith Richards' book when he talks about the Ed Sullivan Show.
Yeah,
I don't mind a big, thick book, though. I've read Stephen King's The Stand and the extended version, so a big book is...
You're gonna try to get through the Keith
I
Richards
will get
book?
through it. I'm reading Bugliosi's fucking JFK book. It's
Yeah,
1,100 pages, 1,200 pages.
I guess.
Holy shit, that's a big goddamn book.
And he hand wrote it. Honestly, he hand wrote it.
Each one?
No, it had to be. It had to be transcribed, but he hand wrote everything. He's old school.
Wow, no
Nice.
Does
typewriter.
not fuck with computers.
No computer.
Books don't need to be that long. It's
All right,
overrated.
listen.
Doesn't make sense.
We got a busy show. We got Voss coming in. We got Greg Proops coming in. We got
Greg
Pedro.
coming in, too?
Pedro's coming in, or his brother is.
That's unconfirmed.
Ah, see, because they're twins.
Efron Ramirez. We know him as Pedro, right?
Pedro.
Pedro.
Pedro's coming in today, and the situation.
Sitch. We know him as
Sitch.
Sitch. That's what his friends call him.
You want the Imus apology?
I certainly do.
And then we got Smelly Pussy on the way.
Smelly pussy.
Ah, Smelly Pussy.
Apple pie pussy.
This guy went to high school with the situation, and he's
Oh,
saying
lucky.
and he's saying he was a joke. Really, he was a joke. He's making $5 million this year. Hey, Rich, what are you doing this year?
No, I didn't say the kid was a joke. I said he didn't take himself seriously then, and he doesn't now. If I was him, I'd do the same exact thing.
Wow,
Exactly.
then someone fucked you when you called the show because
Probably-
it says
probably
he
Troy.
was.
He was a good kid. He was never like everybody comes out with these stories and they're trying to break the kid's balls, and he wasn't a bad kid.
Yeah, he just does a reality show. It's kind of silly, and all of a sudden he's like one of the fucking biggest celebrities in the country.
Exactly, just smushing chicks.
We would have all done the same exact thing. Every guy dreams to be this kid right now. That's the guys who are jealous of him, and the guys who can't, can't be happy for anybody.
There you go. He's the breakout star for that.
Basically, what
Jersey
this
Shore.
caller is saying is they hate because they ain't.
I don't know about that. But,
Sam, I really want to punch you.
I'm the #1 member of the Sitch Nation. People need to understand.
All right, brother. I'm sorry about that. They threw you under the
Do you
bus
put on a
little
shirt
bit.
before the shirt?
Always. When I'm going out to the club, you have to do the shirt before
Put on
the shirt.
fucking socks
Yeah.
before the commercial. You gotta put on gloves after the salad. Shirt before the shirt.
He's got all kinds of rules.
Oh,
the shirt
He does, they're
before
not
the
even clever
shirt.
names, and he makes them like household things. Like,
No.
shirt before the shirt is just what it is.
That's
Like,
what it is, yeah.
Isn't that Pauly D's thing, though?
Well, no, Pauly D's thing
you guys
is more...
don't understand. They just kind of hang around, and all of a sudden Pauly D goes, "It's T-shirt
That's T-shirt time.
time.
That's a different thing.
It's T-shirt
T-shirt
time."
And what does that mean?
That's when it's time to put your T-shirt on.
What could it mean?
Is that the shirt before the
No,
shirt?
you
No,
take,
no, no,
you
no,
take
no,
the
no.
shirt before the shirt off because it's T-shirt time.
That's when you put on your nice, like, fresh, crisp Ed Hardy shirt, whatever, when you're going to the club.
Is your shirt before the shirt ever used as the shirt after?
No.
Like if it's clean?
No.
Really? It's always just relegated to being the shirt before the shirt?
Otherwise, it would just be the shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if everything was washed in the laundry?
No,
you
want
do the shirt before the shirt.
Yeah, you want to be fresh as you're leaving
Well, that's what
your
I'm saying.
apartment.
Like everything's fresh. Let's say all your clothes are fresh.
Not if you're sitting around
Now,
in the-
last week, you had your shirt before the shirt.
Right.
Can it this week, now that everything's clean, can that now be the shirt?
Oh, no. Generally speaking, the shirt before the shirt is not the type of thing you'd go out in. It's maybe like an undershirt, a wife beater, something like that.
Just to soak up some of the BO and shit before you put on your regular shirt.
Right. So you could
So you're nice
pregame.
and fresh at the club.
You want to pregame in the shirt before the
Pregame.
shirt, and you want the freshest possible.
Sure.
The second before you go out.
Literally, yeah. Boom.
Sometimes
Get it on.
I put on the fucking, I put on the mittens before the song. I'm trying to do my own. I put on the fucking,
I don't think it's going to take off.
Hey, I get the coat right after the nap. Oh, all right.
Yeah. You got to come up with a catchphrase like, it's T-shirt time, and you got to say it weird.
I do say that.
And then all of a sudden everyone fucking
Been
repeats
doing that
it.
for years.
All right, yeah, what's yours?
Socks! I gotta put my socks on.
Do you have socks before the socks?
No, I don't.
So
I
you
put
don't get the athlete's foot?
No, I put gloves before the socks. I put gloves on my feet, and I teach my toes to act like fingers. Then I go, socks!
Are we? I guess I have to be the one that brings this up. Are we just too old to understand this shit?
That's silly.
I pray that we're
silly
not too
stuff.
old to understand this shit.
It's just silly.
We try to keep up with pop culture, but this thing looks completely ridiculous, this Jersey Shore. And I watched the whole season, and I liked the first season, but I don't know why the show is popular.
I could not watch it.
You just embrace it. You just have to embrace it.
Isn't
I just keep looking at Eric. Eric's waiting for me to say something. I'm not going to say anything like the neck before the shirt.
But you said it by not saying it. That's not nice.
No, I love you, Rock. Make a mockery of him.
You don't think he does T-shirt, Sean?
It is not.
No.
Unless it's Triple H T-shirt.
He does. He does hamper time. He does something out of the hamper.
It's Mayo time.
So bummed I'm missing your wedding.
Wow, I thought you were going to cancel so you go.
The Bananas Poughkeepsie 19th, 20th. It's not about a plug. They have. They only get the room I'm in like, every 3 months or whatever. It's a bigger room. They can't get it right after that. Yeah, they don't have access to it.
It's going to be a good time.
Yeah,
T-shirt
bummed.
time.
Yeah. It's nuptials time.
Well, Imus is kind of in trouble again. Big story today.
Yeah.
And man, can we relate to this? Because when we were on K-Rock, they ran this commercial over and over again called Cars for Kids.
Yeah, some of the listeners might remember, if you were listening during the terrestrial radio days a few years back, this commercial would come on, and we would do the same thing that Imus is doing. Only we didn't have the mics on most of the time. Sometimes we did. And it's just, the commercial goes right into your very soul.
And you know what? I really believe that Imus knew the mics were on.
I do too.
He finally had it.
I think he just had it with
He finally
this
had it and
commercial.
was trying to have fun with the commercial because they play it about, I don't know, I would have to say 10 times every morning on regular radio.
When you'd hear
commercial
that,
radio, terrestrial radio.
You're like, oh, here it comes.
So Imus did pretty much what we were doing and mocked the commercial while I was playing. And, wow, he had to apologize for it. But here's Imus.
Listen close for Imus in the background.
Yeah, it's a little tough to listen to hear, but you'll pick it up.
Oh, God.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
What the hell? 1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Also on the web at carsforkids.com. That's cars with a K. We're a recognized...
Show you my Bentley, you moron.
Yeah, moron. I like when he goes, oh, shut up.
How funny is he's just a
Shut
funny
up.
dude, man.
And he said
great.
shit in there, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
all right,
Shit.
he wouldn't take that chance, so the mics were on.
This is shit.
This is shit, he says.
Because he uses the in-ear headphones, and so you can't really take them out.
Yeah.
So he unplugs his headphones during the commercial breaks, he said.
So he wasn't able to hear him.
So he doesn't
on the
know
air.
if his mic was...
Oof, ooh, well.
But, and then people got all pissed off, and so
The
now we're about
sponsor
to...
especially.
But now we're about to play what Imus said the next day. But the commercial sucks. It might be a great cause. I don't even know. But that commercial just drives you nuts.
Yeah.
If you have to hear it every fucking day.
It works. I'll tell you, that commercial totally works because when I had to get rid of a car, I was like, who should I? Oh, of course, cars for kids.
Right.
Did you remember the phone number?
The fucked up thing is the kids is like cars is spelled with a K or something. Like they fuck up the letters.
Yeah.
Like
That's why you have to remember all of the lyrics.
It's ingrained in your head, but
no one spells cars with a K.
You're going to remember it.
K-A-R-S, cars.
Oh, it's with a K. I hear that song when I'm eating pussy. That song just won't leave. It's always there. I was watching Ozzy live and they just kept humming that.
Imus explains what happened the next day.
But what I do when I'm here in the studio, if Rob and Tony are here, or this morning Gangsta Mickey and Reverend Jackson, and Charles and Connell and Nat, and
sure,
is I talk to the commercials and say hideous things to them. But the mic is not supposed to be on.
But you've got your headset unplugged.
But yesterday I had my headset unplugged and I was talking to... We'll play the... I don't know if you around the country have heard this or not. Lou, play a little bit of the lovely little children singing the Cars for Kids commercial.
Lovely little kid.
Lovely little...
Yeah, his voice is a little shot, huh?
Yeah, it sounds like he's got a cold all the time.
And then he continues with his apology.
So yesterday when the little children were singing, I was telling them to shut up. And other icky things, apparently, I was saying to them.
I heard something else.
I might have...
Go somewhere is what I heard.
Suggesting a destination.
Yeah,
I explained to the little dopes that they weren't getting my Bentley. Well, of course, that was just to make Charles laugh.
And it did.
And I don't know if Rob and Tony were here or not, but...
sound like...
But I certainly didn't intend for the sponsor to be listening.
Oh, shit.
To think that that's the way I really felt about the little children. Let me tell you how much I love this Cars for Kids commercial.
Okay. Break it down, Imus.
I was thinking about putting it on the Imus Rants record, too. I actually was going to have the Blind Boys of Alabama do a gospel version of Cars for Kids, singing, complete with a phone number. So. Now, I'm not going to give my Bentley to him until he gets a few more miles on it, but I would encourage all of my rich friends and the rest of you with these high-end cars to turn it over to the lovely little children and the Cars for Kids. So.
Hey, he's not in trouble,
His
obviously.
voice sounds odd. Why does it sound odd? Is he okay? Or is it just that, he's a little older now?
Oh, you guys, no, I'm just singing like this. I got a little bastards, Cars for Kids.
He called them little dopes.
Little dopes.
The little dopes.
Told them to go to hell.
Dude, he makes me laugh.
That's fantastic.
Little dope.
Who doesn't want to say that when that dumb thing is playing?
Let's hear the original again.
Oh, God.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
What the hell?
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Also on the web at carsforkids.com. That's cars with a K. We're a recognized...
You moron.
You remember the other commercial that used to drive you crazy? Wawa.
Oh, God.
Wawa.
Wow, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, wow. Remember that one? Wow. Wow, wow. Wow.
What happened?
They would have a Wawa pedal.
Yeah.
And so every time they mentioned Wawa, I would just go, wow, wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't like that one a lot.
There was some real annoying fucking commercials
I
on it.
fucking hated going to that building every day.
You did?
That fucking sterile, shitty studio with no vibe in it.
What, man?
Oh, it was fucking awful.
Chiasano would come in with his tie every day.
I respect Tom
ready for work
historically because of what he's done. The guy really has been with some great radio, but he was done fighting by the time we got there. It was a fucking abortion.
You didn't like the studio, but you liked the content stuff, right?
Well, yeah, it was a little edgier than I'm used to.
Oh, yeah.
And Tracy wouldn't give us that day part that time to do. I fucking hated that.
Oh, that's
whole,
right.
But dude, it was more people. I mean, that was the advantage. You know, sold more tickets. I'm not gonna lie, but I fucking couldn't be happier that we are off that shit medium. Wow, I hate radio.
We got a woman with a very smelly pussy, guys.
How would we have done that story?
We do.
Huh?
Remember trying to do that story on
Oh,
radio?
no kidding. No kidding.
You couldn't even call like we used to, like a smelly and then beep it.
Right.
Now, because you referenced the vagina last week.
Yeah, let's just say a certain part of her body smelled badly.
No, it was offensive to the olfactory senses.
Yes.
Down there.
And
No, can't say that.
Oh,
South of the border, no.
What a mess.
Oh, it's awful. Yeah, you're dinky, you're dingle.
Yeah, she wanted someone to, do something to her that was south of the border, let's just say. And,
well, her cunt stinks.
that's one way to say it.
Woman utters line never previously recorded in a police report. Meet Melissa Lee Williams. You can look this up for yourselves online to see what she looks like. The West Virginia woman, 41, is facing assault and weapons charges after allegedly waving a knife at two men who declined her demands to engage in sexual conduct at a West Virginia motor inn.
Eat my pussy. Eat my fucking pussy, motherfucker.
She's the greatest.
I hope audio comes
She looks
out
like
of
Pat
this.
from Munaki with a fucking
With a wig.
viral wig.
Wow, she does.
You know, lick it.
Eat my pussy. Lost my clit to diabetes.
Oh, God.
According to investigators, Williams, who lives, check where she lives. She lives 4 doors down from her estranged husband at the 77 Motor Inn.
Oh, of course.
She showed up at his door and asked Danny Williams and another man to eat my pussy.
Come on, boys.
At this point, Williams commenced to undress herself.
Yeah, they weren't even going to undress her. Starts taking her nasty white trash clothes off.
While Danny Williams declined said invitation, the other man, Adam Watson, told cops that he agreed to perform at her request.
I'll eat your pussy.
So there was a guy that was willing to do this. However, as Watson approached Williams, he became overwhelmed by horrible vaginal odor emitting from Melissa Williams.
Oh, he went in for it and got fucking denied.
You know that I know the smell he probably means. It probably is that weird old person smell, like when they're really dirty. That odd.
God damn it, you're pissing me off.
Do you know the smell I mean? It's a smell of dirty,
being
dead skin.
Unclean.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not a smell of just a sour pussy. It's that assault on your being smell.
Oh, God.
So he was going in, but then he smelled that shit and said, fuck this. Watson understandably declined to proceed any further, so he backed off. This is when Melissa Williams allegedly produced a lockback folding knife, opened it, and pointed the weapon at her estranged husband. She then reportedly uttered a line never before spoken in a police report. Somebody is going to eat my pussy, or I'm going to cut your fucking throat.
Someone's going to eat my pussy.
Somebody's going to eat my pussy, or I'm going to cut your fucking throat. Holy
Old
shit.
skunk twat. Getting a little angry.
You think that would bring you to tears as a man? Not the knife part. That's laughable. You just knock it out of her hand. But being forced, maybe if she had a gun or something, being forced to eat a really horrendous smelling pussy. Would that bring you to tears, you think?
Of course.
When Deputy Mellinger arrived at the scene, he observed Williams, who, like the two men, appeared to be intoxicated, nude from the waist down, and nude from the waist down. After pocketing a knife that was on the coffee table in front of Williams, Mellinger arrested her for domestic assault and brandishing a deadly weapon.
Her pussy? Yes, not even the knife. Nasty.
Wow.
Oh,
Somebody's going to eat my pussy or I'm going to cut your fucking throat.
She thought she was going to get her pussy at. And she was. She would have fucking scrubbed it.
Oh,
maybe.
Kenny's here. You got a smelly pussy story? Oh, no, you got Jimmy's coffee.
Oh.
Got anything on the smelly pussy?
No, I'm sorry.
You're a happily married man.
Yes, I am for many years.
How about before you were happily married? You ever
Oh, no, I was a virgin. Get it?
No, I don't. No, I don't. So.
Oh,
There you
was
go.
it Jennifer Aniston?
Well, that's what we think. Jennifer Aniston has one of these smelly pussies. That's why she can't get a man.
That's the rumor.
Something's going on with her.
Yeah.
Can we do Deadliest Snatch finally? We've been trying to get this bit going for a long time.
We just should get a sponsor.
I think it's time to start doing some bits here and there again.
Deadliest Snatch.
You think these people down the hall would give us some kind of prize, and then we get women to come in here, and the woman with the smelliest snatch wins?
Yeah, I think we should.
And what's great about this bit, I mean, you could have the nicest smelling pussy ever, but for the contest, you could do it to get it really
stink it up.
Yeah, to stink it up. And then you could explain what you use to stink it up. So then you could save face with this contest. Sorry, Dan. Yes.
Sorry, no, I didn't mean to step over you. There might be a good sponsor for this too. There's a sponsor on. They sponsor Ron and Fez. It's a company. They make products that freshen you up.
Oh, really?
Oh, right.
So
with the balls, they clean up your balls.
Well, that's
and
the
then
guy's
another one
version. Yeah, the
cleans up-
guy's version is called Fresh Balls.
Fucking worst balls on a guy.
Yeah.
We do enough
We-
gay shit.
me-
Let's-
That's actually been pitched and approved.
No,
so.
let's do the girl thing. Come on.
To do
But
both.
we could do balls too.
Yeah, balls are fucking hilarious.
Fucking
balls
balls.
are as hilarious.
It's hilarious. A bunch of stinky balls.
Who would
Who's
smell
smelling
them?
the balls?
That's the beauty of it. We make someone smell the
no
balls.
fucking balls.
Oh, E-Rog.
That would be fucking hilarious.
Even E-Rock say no fucking way. I think hot girls coming in here and stinking up their pussies for a contest would be a great show.
I absolutely agree. I think we could do both.
I mean, we could do a little side thing. Maybe that could be the opening act. The fucking smelly balls.
Ugh. That's disgusting.
Dude, it's...
What do we do to get this done?
Yeah, what
we'll
do we
get
got to
with
do?
we'll get with our
It's going to be no insertion.
our management team.
And there doesn't have to be nudity. Of course, they'll let the guys get nude.
No, there's got to be we got to be able to look at their
We
pussies.
can
you
do
can be
nude.
naked,
We can
yeah.
do naked. We just
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah, but maybe some of the girls won't do it if they're naked. So maybe we could do the smell test through the panties.
No, they have to. I think they have to
I
be.
think they have to be
No,
naked.
because then they can hide something. They can make the panties smelly.
We need a really good prize.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah,
telling
that's
you,
the
we're not just
kicker.
going to get a lot of girls fucking getting naked.
Well, that's the key. We need a good prize.
You give away somebody $5,000, whatever.
We're
whatever.
going to get $5,000. We'd be lucky to get $500 from these guys.
Oh, is
right?
that what?
Travis?
That's probably more.
Oh, 500.
We're not getting 5,000 from these guys.
I think we could do it, though.
If it was
I
Howard,
definitely
he'd
think
get
it can be approved.
5,000. It's us. We get 500 maybe.
Why don't we get a good prize thing then? Like
Well,
cash
come
is
from
one
somewhere.
thing, but
Oh, well,
We can work on it.
yeah.
Can we set a date? Let's just do it.
Sure.
Will they give us something down the hall? Is anybody
we can figure
here?
something out. At the moment, no, nobody is here. And
sponsor
And
would
later,
be
I'm not sure anyone will be here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right. Let's go home.
Well, could you talk to the guys about it?
Yeah.
We really want to do.
I think it's come up.
I don't
sort
think.
of.
Yeah, I don't think approval is going to be an issue with this one.
we'll get it done.
We've
Smelliest
gotten
snatch or whatever.
Other things approved that I didn't think would.
Deadliest snatch.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it too.
Deadliest snatch.
Yeah, and we need some women that are troopers. They come in and
Yeah, that's going to be the hardest part.
smell up.
You got to give them a
their
good
pussy.
prize, money, and something else if we can.
Yeah, we'll see what they got laying around here. The stinkiest pink.
It's an old Ron and Fez thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the stinkiest pink.
You have the
whatever.
stinkest pink.
Yeah.
How about we call it the enchilada south of the border competition?
That's a good one.
Thanks.
Oh, we have to get Bob Kelly in. That's very very true.
He's a celebrity judge.
Yeah,
Bobby.
yeah,
Fucking Bobby.
he'll fucking.
Can we feed him beefaroni before the contest?
Yeah, dude, I'm not that guy. What am I coming in and smell? Go fuck yourself.
That's not what he's saying these days.
Bob is a fucking animal.
I finally caught up on Louis. I watched the entire first season, and it's a great show. But Bobby was really good.
Yeah, he's played
Yeah.
his brother. It's really terrific.
Yeah,
he's
Bobby's
really good.
acting is terrific. Yeah, I can't
I
wait
like
to
when
see
he's
the
in
second season of that
when
show.
he's driving and he's calling him on the thing. He's like, "Bro,
The day that DeRosa was in talking about that is
Yeah.
the night that episode aired.
Oh, really?
When he just picks up the phone, he's like, dude.
Dude, because he does. It's just, it was Bobby.
I like the whole out of breath on the treadmill acting. So like he's
Yeah.
got to take breaths and huff and puff between each line.
Yeah.
I would imagine that's got to be hard to do.
Oh no, I'm not saying it isn't.
run
but
on a
it's
treadmill and
very-
do your lines.
It was very good. That's why I've given him something.
When he called him, though, and just did that, he's like, dude,
Yeah.
that's Bobby.
Let's go to Rob in Jersey. Rob.
Yo, what up?
Hey
What's
there,
up,
Rob. Turn your goddamn thing down.
Yeah, I know. I had to turn that shit off. Yo, so I went out with this gorgeous ass fucking Indian girl, man, one night. Like, she was so fucking hot. I brought her to a party. Everybody's like, "Damn, you're so lucky to tap that ass, man." I was so excited. I get her home, fucking take her clothes off, and I do that little stinky pinky action. pretend like I'm going to suck her titty, and I take a little sniff on my pinky.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my God, dude, that shit was all oily and residuey. It was nasty, dude.
Oh, fuck, what do you do?
Residuey. What do you do? You
nasty, man.
have sex with her.
I was fucking dry heaving after that shit, man, with the water on, so she didn't hear me, man. Shit was disgusting.
Oh, fuck.
I've only had one pussy. I've had some hooker pussies that were awful, but I didn't go near them.
You shit your pants and you dive in head first.
You shoot the pussy. But I got one. I was working many years ago at Caldor, and we were doing inventory.
Caldor.
And there was a girl who I kind of wanted to fuck.
Oh.
Sexy girl, pretty girl. But we went back after inventory, a 10-hour day, went back to my house, my parents' house. And her breath smelled like a kernel of corn was in the pit of her stomach. She had like that corn breath. And her pussy, it smelled like pure, wet, rancid pit. Armpit.
Oh, wow.
But not like a little armpit's okay, but this was despicable.
Ooh.
Yeah, really.
Did you fuck her?
I ate her pussy. And
Did you really eat her pussy?
What am I fucking?
What are you, a rookie?
From out of town?
From out of town.
I had to decline that action once because
wow.
Yeah, this is like back in my high school days, but there was a chick who I was fooling around with, and we were at my house and we had banged, and I guess, obviously I had finished before she had finished, and she wanted me to go down on her to finish her off. But the fucking stink coming off that thing was so awful that I just declined, and I just fingered her while I watched TV.
Who are you watching?
Oh, man.
Show about seagulls.
Anything was better than going down on that one. Anything was better than that. It was absolutely awful.
And you were done, so that's even worse.
Yeah, because now I don't even want to deal with this broad anymore. Because
I got no incentive to go down there and finish up.
Yeah, like there was no hotness to it or anything. I might as well have just been stabbing her with a knife. It would have been the same thing.
Walter's on the line. He's a regular from Connecticut. Go ahead, Walter.
Hey,
Hey, brother.
Every neighborhood's got the girl that will just fuck anybody no matter what. She lived at one of my friend's house in the back room. You'd walk back there, and it would just punch you in the face like a fucking hook from Tyson.
The whole room would smell?
Wow.
Oh, it was terrible. We would rub her pussy over her jeans. Our hands would stink for 2 days. We used to we would take her, we would duct tape her hands and her feet together, fully clothed, and we would throw her in the shower. She was just disgusting.
Wait, so you would just rub your hand over her jeans and it would smell?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my.
Yeah, that's a case of vaginosis.
Vaginosis.
What happens is in the folds and the lips, you get a buildup of perspiration and other fluids that leak and get caught inside the folds.
You got to use secretion.
Yeah, well, there's occasionally clitoral secretion. They'll cause a vaginosis. Sometimes changing diet will help.
Changing diet? Yeah.
I dated a girl like that once. I got it on my mustache.
Hey, I got one more quick one for you.
Yeah, go ahead, Walt.
I fucked a gimp one time. All right, she had nerve damage in her arm and her leg.
Jesus.
She had MySpace voodoo going on. Okay, so I had never met her in person. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this.
Let me ask you a question. What part of the country was she from? Just say it without the town.
Connecticut.
Okay.
Not Westchester?
No, it's Connecticut.
Okay.
All right, so she comes out of the house, and she's limping to the car. I'm like, oh, fuck. I take her to Denny's, all right? There's a hotel behind the Denny's. We get into the room. I got to undress her, which is embarrassing enough. I go into the bathroom because I don't want to do this, but I'm already there. I'm talking to myself out loud in the mirror. I'm like, dude, you're already here. You got to do this. You got to do it. I fucked her. When I was done, I had to strap her arm back to her chest, put her fucking leg brace back on, and dress her. It was horrible.
That's too much work.
All right, Walter, thanks for the stories today,
Yeah, it's
brother.
too much work.
All right, let's go to Boston. It's Andy. Andy.
Andy.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, my buddy Mike, right? We were so fucking jealous at how hot this girl was that he was dating. We couldn't understand it. So finally, he breaks up with her, and we're like, you're crazy. So he tells us a story. She blamed it on politics, but he told me he could never, ever fuck her in the pussy. He always had to hit it in the shitter because she stunk that bad. He literally would she would see him putting a pillow over his face, too. So he said it just got too bad where he
He was better putting it where the poo comes out.
where the poop comes out. He had to do it backwards. She was under the covers, wasn't pillow over his face, and he still couldn't take it. And she was a knockout.
I guarantee you that there was something in her pussy, like some kind of a yeast. You ever fuck a girl and you pull it off, and it looks like your dick was sipping milk with a kitten. It looks like you put a little bit of provolone on your dick and it melted. That happens sometime when they have a yeast infection.
Yes, you get that little ring of Cool Whip around the base of your cock.
And then you dry your dick off with a towel, because sometimes I shower after, sometimes I don't. And then you get that like fucking...
Yeah, ring of potato flakes after it dries.
Yeah, like a fucking little milk print. Like, what happened to my wiener?
Let's go to Kurt in Jersey.
Dick was eating grits.
Kurt, what's up?
What's up, guys? I know a girl with like a legendary smelly pussy, but what's a good way to ask her to take part in the contest?
Well, have her call the show. We'll do it for you. Just see if she'll call the radio show.
Yeah, try to be subtle about it, though.
Yeah, we'll explain it less sensitive.
Yeah, we're really good at this type of thing.
Yeah, call our old Staten Island box.
We haven't done that in a while, where we take care of bad news for people.
Yeah.
Have her call the show. We'll take care of that for you, Kurt.
Have her call in.
We'll do it carefully.
Yeah, we'll do it very carefully. We'll handle it with kid gloves.
Pull out and your dick looks like it's covered with farina.
That is the worst. And then it gets like into little balls when you got to dry it. It's like, what happened?
What the hell was in there?
Did you put glue on my penis, you fucking dirtbag? Old milky pussy.
This thing, men have vomited on this chick.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
All right, thank you. Let me take one more from the Philly Kid. Philly Kid.
When I was in high school, I was double dating with a buddy of mine. We were at the drive-ins, and I started going at it with my girl in the back seat. He was
Look at this, 1955?
Yeah, exactly. What were your inspiration points?
The Fonz?
We're from the country, man. We had drive-ins. Anyways, so when he went down on her, we were in the back seat. It stank so bad. We had to fucking crack the windows.
Oh.
We didn't want to say anything because...
Did you put her in the rumble seat?
Here's the first part. Like, the next day, I talked to my buddy. I'm like, oh, my God, your girl stank. And it was the first girl he's ever been with, so he just assumed that's the way it's supposed to be.
It was right. Smart assumption.
I heard all the rumors that it's stanky, but damn.
Are we going to do our smelly pussy contest or what?
Yeah, we got to.
Can we just, let's pencil it in for 2 weeks from today?
2 weeks?
Or can we get it done next Friday, you think? I don't think so.
No, more time.
No,
we're going to try to do this.
Get chicks.
As long as the guys down the hall will do the right thing.
Yeah, we need chicks.
And get a good prize, and we can get chicks. We'll have more info on this on Monday, but 2 weeks from today, we're going to try to do it. Get women in here and see who has the smelliest pussy. And they don't have to have smelly pussies as they're walking around. They could just stink it up for the contest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, all right.
Won't be held against you, ladies.
Wow, this is a very common thing. Look at all these phones.
Yeah.
I think we're just about done with it, but...
oh, God.
I could spend hours talking about this.
I know. I'm reading some of the ones that are coming in. It's so disgusting.
This would be the point I tell the same story I've told a million times about my girl from Geneseo. I had one of these bad pussies.
A bad pussy?
Well, I thought they all smelled like that because I wasn't that experienced yet. With the hand out the window, that story. God's honest truth.
I remember being a kid, and when you'd be with a girl, and because you have a lot of hand action, your fingering and everything, and then the next day you'd be like,
oh, you like that? See, I didn't like that smell the next day.
No, it was great the next day because it would totally remind you of the night, and it was like great.
Yeah, I never liked it.
Again.
I would hate when people put their fingers into my face and shit.
I would never do that. Like, they smell my finger. That is so fucking...
Such a high school thing.
I know. Yeah, but it was like, you'd just kind of be like, ooh, yeah, I like that.
All right. Rich Voss is here. We're going to take a break, get him in. And then Greg Proops is coming in at 8. Then we got Pedro. He's coming in at 8:30. What is he promoting? He's on Eastbound and Down, right? He's doing
Efren Ramirez.
But he has a brother, so I don't know who we're getting.
Yeah.
A twin brother. I think he sends out his twin brother for some of these interviews, so I'm very suspicious if we're getting the real guy. And then the situation at 9 o'clock promoting his pamphlet. Here's the situation. A guide to creeping on chicks, avoiding grenades, and getting in your GTL on the Jersey Shore. So we'll talk to him as well. But first, we got this.
The Opie and Anthony Show presents
Primetime Sam Roberts. And one question with a guest we couldn't get. Rapper and Hollywood actor T.I.
Primetime Sam Roberts here with T.I. T.I., what's your favorite color Skittle?
I hate to let you down here, champ. I don't have a favorite color Skittle.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for yours.
This has been Primetime Sam Roberts and one question with a guest we couldn't get on the Opie and Anthony Show.
The virus. Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Let's welcome Rich Voss to the radio show. What's up, Voss?
What's going on? You know what's amazing? The subway system.
Why?
It gets you around so quickly. It's unbelievable. I'm staying downtown in Tribeca in a hotel. I got here in like 11 minutes.
Do you normally not take the train, right?
No, I mean...
Obviously.
You're
not a subway guy, huh?
Well, it's amazing that the subway gets you around.
That's good, yeah.
I know.
Why?
It's just funny to say that.
Well, people kind of know that already.
Yeah.
I know. I just wanted to... I want to plug the subway system so I can get some free cards.
Next week, we'll introduce you to aircraft.
I know.
It's amazing.
I know. Look, all excited.
How about we introduce you to some updated clothing, okay?
Hey, I'm cold. I'm under the air conditioner.
Oh, really?
Hey, leave Shay alone.
I know.
I don't know why you're so cold. These guys are in T-shirts.
It has no...
Maybe because all the alcohol came out of his blood. And
yes, I'm freezing. It has nothing to do with the room
room 3 layers
itself.
on.
It's not the room. It's that fucking vent. That vent is blowing directly on me.
Sweetie.
With freezing cold air.
Poor baby.
If I was sitting like here, it wouldn't be as bad.
I think you should.
Well, you know
really
what you do? Maybe shift over a little and pull your mic with you, okay?
No,
it's called an audible.
See, but I'm comfortable sitting here. See, this is my spot.
My
spot! I gave you my spot next to Jerry. I gave you my Best of Jerry albums. What do you want from me? I live in a hovel.
Oh, is that? I messed his name up the other night. Rupert, what did I say?
Oh, God.
Pumpkin.
I can only imagine.
Pumpkin?
Like the receptionist in the movie.
So you sort of didn't ruin it. Because they make fun of his name in the movie, so you're safe.
Mr. Pipkin?
Yeah,
Mr.
Pipkin, Pumpkin. But it's Pumpkin, right?
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Love that movie. King of comedy.
Yes.
There was my wife's sister got in a cab in like northern Canada. I mean, completely out of nowhere in Canada. And before she gets in the cab, she's getting in a cab. The cab driver said, "Look, you might not want to ride with me because I'm listening to these guys on the radio that are quite offensive."
Oh no!
Right? And she goes, "Who?" And he says, "Opie and Anthony."
Oh, that's funny.
And she said, "My sister and brother-in-law do that show," and he didn't believe her.
Oh, really?
And that's the story.
Here's why you gotta love that cabbie.
That's kind of cool.
And he was not even going to. He's not like, "I'll turn this off." He's like, "You might not want to get in because these guys are here to stay." That's a good fan.
Yeah,
very cool.
You did have somebody related to the great Rich and Bonnie.
Yes.
So
the Vosses.
Yes, TMZ.
A relative of the Vosses.
TMZ and the Jim Florentine roast, two of our biggest accomplishments in the last...
That's not bad, though. That TMZ is a big hit.
And the documentary
right around the corner.
Revving up, right? Ready
I'm
to come
telling you,
out?
I'm going to get back into the improvs if it takes me forever.
You don't work them?
No, what are you kidding me? I don't work them. Yeah, in the afternoon cleaning.
I'll tell you this much. You gave me a preview of the documentary, and we watched it. It was awesome. I liked it a lot. And then my girl's like, "I want to watch more." I'm like, "That's all he gave me." So that's a good sign.
That's good. I got a couple clips, maybe.
Yeah,
later.
I want to see more of it. So when is the public going to see this thing?
I don't know. When you write us a check so we could finish it.
I might.
How much you need?
I might. I
think we could go for like 25 grand.
What's this?
That's it?
Well, right now, to get through editing
I'm
and
going to want
sound.
points and shit.
Huh?
I want
50.
my 25 is going to turn into a lot if this thing hits. You understand that,
Yes.
right? All right. Yeah, we'll talk. I'll write that check.
We'll talk. Are we going to do it over Twitter or we'll do it on the phone? Do I get it
I've
with
been
a sun?
better.
Huh? Do I get to talk with a sunset?
Not many sunsets lately. I'm trying to. But what people don't understand, I get, I don't know, a couple dozen every night. Every fucking
If I
night.
got 500, 500 people would be blocked.
That's the reason for blocking.
I'll block some people if I think if someone's fucking with me, whatever, I bust balls too. But if someone's a real cunt and I sense you're being a real cunt for real, then I block them.
No, I block people that are not fans.
Yeah,
that's all. I mean, you could have an opinion and all that, but it's obvious the ones that aren't fans and just being complete assholes, and those are the people that get blocked.
I don't know how much money we need.
It's not a website. It's my personal fucking phone you're reaching. Why do I have to deal with that? I have people in my own family that don't have the same number that you guys have through the Twitter.
Yep.
People on Twitter could get a hold of me that some of my family members can't.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I block people that are obviously not fans.
No reason for that. It's not like you go out and fuck with people. I mean,
Where are you going to be? Gotham Comedy Club, Rich?
Gotham this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Gotham, which is a beautiful club. Beautiful.
Nice. Okay.
Gotham. And then next week in Myrtle Beach at the Comedy Cabana.
Taking your golf clubs?
Of course.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, I got my game back, baby.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're playing good, playing well.
Yeah, I'm not playing that bad. I played with the Club Pro the other day, and I wasn't embarrassed.
Oh, that's
until he saw me piss in the woods.
You were squatting.
God, Norton was on fire on that roast. That whole roast the other night. Norton, he just does not. I mean, he doesn't fail. You're going on, and Bonnie had to go on after him.
She's killed. I knew she would
but
kill.
she was so. She goes, I can't even listen to him. She was so nervous.
I knew she was. She's backstage. Bonnie goes, I'm a little worried about following. I'm like, don't. Bonnie is almost. She could follow anybody because first of all, she's just going to tease you, and everybody wants to hear what she has to say, and her jokes were brilliant. It's almost like it's an impossibility that she's going to bomb if she's prepared. She's not going to bomb.
Bob Levy.
He did great, though. I mean, he didn't think he had a good set because he's nuts, but it's like, Bob, you killed.
He did good.
Fucking Otto did. Everyone did great. The only one who had a tough time was a club owner, but it's like, he's not a comic, so it was kind of.
Owner.
I told him, the club owner, I said, that set should have been in a package coming from Yemen. It was so and then I looked at Levy, I go, your calendar has more holes than Artie Lang's torso.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Shit.
Bobby,
that's pretty good.
Voss had a great one, too. He during the opening fucking few minutes, he goes, they were going to get Greg Giraldo to do this, but he said, I'd rather be dead than be a part of that. Holy shit.
Wow.
Of course. And they paid a nice tribute to Greg.
Brutally funny.
Greg would have loved that.
Yeah.
That's a great roast joke.
Yeah,
Greg would have fucking went nuts for that.
It really is.
They showed Greg doing roast and his set on stage. He's so funny. It was so funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and the guy who had to follow was Greg's partner.
Jesse Joyce was a writer for Greg.
It was unbelievable how good his stuff was.
Jesse Joyce, I don't know if you guys know him. He wrote a lot of Greg's stuff. They were partners, and he's a great writer. A funny stand-up, but a great writer.
Oh, it was just amazing. The stuff, and then Greg did it when we were in Montreal. Me, Norton, and Greg, and Bobby.
Greg, Norton, and I.
Okay, and me too. We're in Montreal, and he did the bit. Every time he did the bit about the male storts, where they go snacks. Storts, male storts.
Storts?
Yeah.
What's a stort?
Like a stewardess, only a man. A steward, okay? A steward. You jackass, what else would you call it?
A steward.
I call it a steward, yeah.
A steward? What are you, a fucking prince? It's a steward. All right.
I like the fact that he thinks pronouncing steward right makes you royalty. What are you, royalty?
Royalty! Danny got up
You
and...
pronounce that word correct.
Danny got up and wrote it on the wall.
Up on there. Gentlemen, stort your engines.
Oh, and that bit he does, Greg, every time you'd watch it, you just couldn't stop laughing. God, was he funny.
Yes, he was a funny fuck, man.
Yeah.
Funny fucking guy, man.
Yep.
Well, now that we're all depressed.
I thought that the roast stuff would be depressing to watch, Greg, but it wasn't. It was really funny.
Yeah.
Like, you know how good you have to be dead for a month and getting laughs and everybody knows you're dead? Like, that's a depressing sight. And his material was getting laughs from the audience, and they all know that he should have been there. And it was good, man. It was a great fucking roast.
Well, if he was there, then wouldn't have the
my
roast.
career.
Yeah, it was for Florentine. They would have done it anyway, but they just wouldn't have given. They were going to do Jim's roast anyway.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, did Bonnie kill this fucking dummy?
Really?
Yeah, because there was a couple of an empty seat up on the dais, and Bonnie goes, "We left that seat empty for Greg Giraldo," and And Rich has actually been doing that in his shows. Every show, he leaves 150 seats empty in honor of Greg Giraldo. And he was actually doing that before Greg died. She fucking murdered this boob.
She hammer you.
Dude, my girlfriend watched it. She's like, these guys are so mean to each other, but it's always funny. Like, you and Bonnie, I'll say this, always... You guys have great senses of humor about each other as a couple. It's fucking amazing to watch.
You could tear each other apart.
But they really do see each other as comedians, like, despite the fact that she has to tolerate his awful sexuality, his closeted homo desires.
Closeted.
But it's amazing that you guys laugh just like as two fucking comedians. And it's like, Rich never gets mad if somebody slams Bonnie. She doesn't get mad if somebody slams. It's really great to watch.
Yeah. I said when she gets naked, our bedroom smells like a fish fry.
I wanted to attack him for that, too. Like,
Jesus.
you're fucking 25 years in, and you're doing a my wife's pussy smells like fish joke. Shut up. You're way above that.
Yeah, well, no, I said a fry. I didn't say just fish. And there was a festival.
Like my friend Dean's father used to say before he died of alcoholism, he would say, it smells like fish, a tasty dish. If it smells like cologne, leave it alone. That was what his father would say.
That sounds like something someone's father would say.
But he would always make me laugh.
Let me give you some advice, son.
He would smoke pot with us. He was a complete addict, alcoholic. God bless his soul. My friend Dean came home and his father had vomited black stuff on the rug and was dead.
Oh, shit.
And then Dean caught the HIV from shooting heroin and he died of AIDS.
Wow.
But it was a really dysfunctional
hell of a
family.
family.
Black stuff, like his liver, whatever it was. He was such a bad drinker.
Oh, how old was the father?
I guess in his late 50s, I'm guessing.
Jesus.
And then that stuff morphed into Patrice. What was the
Rich?
bit
We were
you
having such fun.
What was the bit you used to do about your dad when he was a Marine and he used to sing a song?
It was awful.
What was
It was terrible. I'm embarrassed to admit it. I did it on TV too. Ooh, it was.
This is for fighting. This
Yeah,
is
I
for
know.
fun.
I would.
Oh, no.
My dad was a Marine. He would introduce me. This is again many years, mid 90s.
We understand.
My dad would introduce me and my mother, and it would always be embarrassing because he would go, "This is my wife, and this is my son." Then he'd go, "This is for fighting, and this is for fun," and grab his cock like the military.
Yeah.
You did that on TV?
Yes, I did a couple times.
Well, I think I just got a little.
You should. It's humiliating.
goosebumpy.
Or you
But I
better
did
put on
do it.
another coat.
And then there was the Little League joke, which was really, I don't remember what it was.
I do.
What was it? It was real. That was.
After a game, you know.
I said my dad was a Little League coach.
After a game, my dad would take us out for snow cones or whatever, and then take me to the woods.
Oh yeah. Then we'd get in the car, park in the woods, and jerk off together.
That's funny.
And he would put his face by my neck and go, "Don't take off the uniform. I like it." And I would go, "But Dad, it's all sweaty." And he'd go, "Shh." I would do that joke just to make him laugh. It never got more than a 1 from the audience.
I can see that,
Never.
but it is funny.
It would never get anything over a 1.
Yeah.
They were in shock. Hey, we got to get Greg Proops in here. He's down the hall as well.
Yes.
Yeah, we were a very full house today.
Yeah, we do. We've had a full week of guests. We got the situation coming in today, Rich.
Wow.
You watched the Jersey Shore?
I haven't missed an episode.
You don't watch? That's fine.
No. I'm more of a Project Runway guy.
He looked like the situation's father.
Hey, yeah, man.
You
Woo, play on words.
That's
not
that
play.
was. That's not play on words.
Yeah, play on words. You're a tard again. You're a retard.
I know. I screwed up a slam. Come on, I'm already 4 for 4.
That's hilarious. It wasn't even that much of a joke. You really do look.
best
like
part,
How do I look like his dad?
You do. Your shape of your head.
I do.
And your hair.
Oh,
and,
really?
Hi, Greg.
Good-looking dad.
And your abs. Hi,
What's up, Greg? Good to see you again.
How you
Greg
doing,
Proops in
Greg?
studio as well. Greg.
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Fantabulous.
Greg and I, every comics in town this week at Carnegie Hall or at Town Hall. So Greg's at Comics and I'm at Gotham, and we're going to try to get our audiences to go to each of our shows.
We're going to have a shuttle bus that's a little minivan. It holds about 5 people, so it should have plenty of room for anyone who wants to come down.
What are you going to do with the empty seats, Rich?
Exactly. We're going to have a puppet show together a little bit later. We want to congratulate everyone who's been invited to play at the New York Comedy Festival because we're playing the outline Fringe Comedy Festival, which we're conducting on our own. I'll be at Comics in the Meatpacking District, which is a hotbed of comedy, as you know.
And so will Norton, but he won't be at a club.
Yeah, exactly. Make
How come
friends.
every club I do on the road is always the other club? It's never
Right.
the
Oh,
club.
you're playing Skinkies? How come you're not playing Magnificence?
It's always the other club.
Oh, that's down by the river. Don't nobody go down there.
And sometimes I look in the paper to see who's at the other club, and I'm thanking God it's a Def Jam comic.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
at least I don't have to worry about.
Don't have to worry about the crowd going over there and living.
Like New Year's Eve, we're at Mohegan Sun, and in the 300-seat room or whatever,
okay.
and they put Chelsea Handler in the arena. She's already sold 8,000 tickets. Wow, there's 8,000.
Wait, this not 8. Oh, she's doing more than one
Two
show.
shows.
Thank you very much.
Chelsea
That's
is
very
a
kind of you.
fucking. I'm doing her show next Thursday, actually.
I just got to say something. Again, Stevie is annoying the shit out of me. He walks in here like a chopper just landed, and he's getting into it. It's radio. Why do you duck down to give people their stuff in console? You're like radar.
If anything, you should take a lesson from Vic Morrow and jump up.
Why do you hate Stevie so much?
I can't
He obviously
stand
has
Stevie.
problems.
I hate Stevie.
Thank you, Stevie. Thank you
I don't
for
know
bringing
why
me my breakfast.
why were you ducking?
I'm trying not to be a visual distraction.
You're
Everywhere
a visual
you go.
distraction by ducking down. Look, this gentleman walks in. He's got some food. He walks in quietly, puts it down, and then leaves. You're ducked down like fucking. You're in Da Nang. What are you doing?
You got a sweet and low?
Yeah. Oh,
You need a sweet and low, Rich?
Stevie, thank you, and that'll be all.
Yes, exactly.
Get out of here now.
All right.
Before it gets ugly.
How can you not do an hour on Stevie?
We've done 800 hours on
fucking
Stevie.
entire shows.
Now,
on
you're
that
not paying that young man?
hard.
No, he's an intern. Last week his mom.
Well, then he deserves it.
Last week his
every
mom
time.
came in. She's been divorced for a while, and we had Troy dance very, very dirty to Stevie's mom in front of Stevie. It was
Yeah.
good.
Really?
And by the end of the show, she was kind of into it. She kind of wants some young.
Oh
women.
yeah.
By the end of the show.
Yeah, she wasn't sure what was
So
going
the
on in the
ice had to
first
break
grade
a
proofs.
little
I'm being honest with you,
Yeah,
but by the end of the
kinda.
show, she was looking at that young dick and going, "You know what? It's been a long time."
Hey, who among us, right? Hasn't succumbed.
It took an
You
entire
wore me
show.
down. I wasn't queer when the evening started, but all right.
we wore her down, and then she walked out of here very happy with a giant dildo. So.
It was more of a Stockholm syndrome thing than it was her actually enjoying her time here.
Right.
She just gave
She
in.
began to relate to you.
Yes.
My captors, they're so much like me.
Yes.
They have no moral compass.
She left with
Isn't that what Patty
giant
Hearst,
dildo.
they said happened to her, even though she did go to jail?
Yeah.
Didn't they, that wasn't that her claim that it was Stockholm?
Yeah, but she took it a little far.
She bloody did go to jail.
Yeah, she went to jail. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
With
she
her,
did.
The world's worst defense lawyer.
her little beret and her machine gun.
Yeah.
Standing there robbing a bank.
Hey, you know who he had in yesterday? You probably know him, Chris Morris.
What a genius.
He's
man.
a fucking
You know Chris Morris?
Because Greg works in England a lot.
Okay.
So he had a show called Brass Eye there that was the most devastatingly hilarious
We
comedy
watched the
show
clip.
ever in the history of British comedy.
Yeah, we were watching part of the pedo show he did.
The pedo one is tremendous. I like the good AIDS and the bad AIDS. I mean, he's so many jokes.
Good
he
AIDS and
fooled so
bad
many
AIDS.
politicians when he did the cake episode. When he said it's a drug called cake, or he never said it was a drug. It's called cake, and kids take it. And he never called it anything but cake. And then he went to all these different members of parliament and all sorts of people. What do you think of cake? And they're like, I'm against it and whatnot. And literally, show up, it's a cake. It was just like the pedophile one. It was a fucking hour that was just.
Yeah, he is a funny guy,
Totally
man.
admire him. And you know Peter Cook from Cook and More, right? Who is
No.
also a genius. Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
They
Yeah.
used to
British?
do radio together before Peter Cook
Yeah,
died.
he was Dudley Moore's
partner.
Partner, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Peter Cook has the funniest joke in the history of mankind. They're talking about, on one of the albums, Derek and Clive, they're just completely drunk, and they improvise these albums, and they're hilarious for your listeners. Derek and Clive Live and Derek and Clive Ad Nauseum, and he goes, they're talking about what gives him a hard-on, right? The horn in England. The Bible doesn't have to give me the horn. Peter Cook says, I wrote the Council of Churches. I said, dear cunts in charge of religion, your guidebook or whatever the fuck you call it doesn't have to give me the horn. And I always thought that was, next to Woody Allen's My Grandmother Was Busy Being Raped by Cossacks.
Did he say that?
Fucking hilarious. But Morris is one of the few guys Cook would riff with, you know, like. He's just tremendous.
Yeah, he was a very funny. He's
got a
released
new
a
movie
film
out.
called Four Lions about
it's gonna do
about
well.
bungling suicide bombers.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. It has to be something
Is he a
scabrous.
stand-up?
He
Yeah.
never takes an easy, he'd never do a sitcom about a mom who just got remarried.
Right.
He's always
Yeah.
fucking the most scathing scabrous.
No romantic
vitriolic.
comedies
That's
going on
great.
there.
No.
It really is great.
Hey, what's the show from England where the guy used to be a radio announcer and then he opened up
Alan
like
Partridge?
a bed and breakfast or something?
Alan Partridge. I'm Alan Partridge.
Coogan.
We interviewed him, Steve Coogan.
Yeah.
Is that funny?
Dude, he's fucking one of the funniest guys alive. But he had different. It was the first one was, I think, I'm Alan Partridge, where he played a TV host. Was Saying You, Saying Me, or something like that, and then it got
Knowing
canceled.
Me, knowing you.
Right, Knowing Me, Knowing You. I'm sorry. And then it gets canceled, so then he does radio. And there's like 3 different jobs he has, one each season. I've only seen the radio and the TV one. It's fucking hysterical. But he does a laugh track in it, which you think you would hate, 'cause it's like a one camera shoot, like Curb or whatever, with a laugh track, which would normally make me nauseous, but it works for some reason in this show. I don't know why it works, but it does.
He was in a group with Morris, and they did a show called The Day to Day that was a news parody show, and Coogan was the sportscaster, and Morris was the anchor. And Patrick Marber, who wrote Closer, you know that movie that had Natalie Portman in it? It's a play. He's a playwright. He was in the group, too, and I forget who the woman was, Jim McKeegan or somebody, but they were a lot of talent in this one comedy show. And they did
Yeah, no doubt.
Chris Morris would be the stentorian anchor. Good evening and welcome to the and then the stories would be fucking hilarious. Like a train breaks down in England and it turns into like Lord of the Flies and they're eating each other after like an hour,
That's great.
A train.
We didn't know much about him when he came in here yesterday.
I knew he was in a pretty big name, and so many funny guys in England we don't know here.
Yeah.
Like, Lee Evans, people don't even know here, and he's fucking sells out. He
There's
does
like
Wembley.
2 guys people know here. They know Russell Brand and they know Eddie Izzard.
Wembley.
I think Jimmy
And
Carr is
Gervais.
Jimmy
now,
Carr
too.
is a very
Jimmy
funny
Carr
dude.
is funny.
and Ricky.
Gervais is huge now.
Of course,
yeah.
Ricky Gervais. I forgot him, but there's no I'm in the group I play with in England, the Comedy Store players. Paul Merton's in the group. Paul Merton's enormous in England. Like he would be like Seinfeld, and here nobody knows.
No one knows who he
They
is,
don't even
yeah.
know his name
Yep.
here.
A lot of them don't want to come over because they make so much money there. Though, what's the point?
Don't
you know,
why bother. Yeah.
only like Russell, wanted to be a movie star, I think, and
Yeah.
and Eddie just wanted to crack it. He likes Americans,
I never got over
That's
there
like
either.
chick.
I've never made the jump to England. I would like
These
to
are
go
the
once.
best comics, by the way. We're not talking about, people always go, English TV must be so great. No, it's not. It's Britain's hottest fucking fireman and Britain's funniest dog and shit like that. It's the same as it is here.
Right.
But
Yeah.
there are, at the same time, they allow Chris Morris to work on TV sometimes. You know
but
what I mean? So there's...
Yeah.
the shitty ones in England, we steal them and make them even shittier here.
Easy.
Some.
Easy.
That's my career.
I'm saying,
You're talking about the TV shows that are really
Yeah, Steptoe
huge.
and Son became Sanford and Son, and
Right.
Man About the House became All in the Family.
Absolutely.
Right.
But I've always found like
Even
British
American
humor.
Idol.
There's some brilliant, funny British guys, but I've always found, as a whole, the way people think, oh, American humor is so stupid, British humor is so smart. That annoys me because it's not accurate.
It's not true at all.
Like The Office was a work of art, but so is what Pryor did on stage, and I've never seen a British stand-up do what Pryor did on stage or what Carlin did. So it kind of balances.
That's where I
Till
agree with
death
you,
do-
Jim. People always say that to me about English stand-ups, and I say the difference is we've always been a little bit keener, I think, at stand-up. Because stand-up is a real specific thing.
Right.
Maybe they're better at sketch or maybe whatever, but like that's kind of the idea that we don't have an idea of satire and irony and they do somehow, and that they only possess that always kind of rankles me.
Like they're very cheeky, and it's like, we get it. I got it.
They can be as base and vile as any comics, and so can the audiences.
They've conquered the planet.
With eight
all they do
guys
is
and
invade
malaria.
countries. Love England. I really do love them. They always got our back too, no matter how wrong we are. They're the
And
best.
Jimmy, I believe it was Till Death Do Us Part was All in the Family.
Till Death Do Us Part.
And Man About the House was Three's Company.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Man About the
Oh,
House
you know what?
Yes,
Okay, my
yes,
mistake.
yes. I just want, because people will start chiming in and
Hey, look.
call Jimmy an asshole
Let
and
them-
then a fucking sex
Well, how about
addict and a fucking creep.
So
and-
what? So what? How about a fucking little high five for Steptoe and Son?
I know, that's
no
a
one
good
else
one.
got that one.
Oh, wait
no.
a minute. Rich has a problem.
Oatmeal with bananas.
What? You never get bananas on top of your oatmeal.
They're
They always
brown.
Look,
Yeah, they look
who
like
brought
little
that in?
assholes.
Oh, that's
Because they
right,
did.
Stevie.
No, that was a mirror.
Absorbing the moisture, right?
wait, now you're going to blame Stevie because his bananas are looking shitty
Why
on his
not?
oatmeal?
These
Here comes Stevie again.
Stupid. He just spooned a banana onto his knee.
No, really.
Here comes Anthony's favorite person,
I couldn't
Blind
be happier
Stevie.
if that was a fucking truck hitting him.
Stevie.
Why are my bananas rotten?
I don't know.
Did you look?
Yeah, what is he, Stevie, working the place? He doesn't know.
I didn't handle that.
They look like your little brothers. Look at these fucking things.
He's all confused.
In England too, after I did a show when I was working there, I was selling CDs and comics. So you don't do that here. Do they look down on comics for selling merchandise?
The one thing they used to say when I lived there was, American comics talk about business and English comics talk about comedy. That we're a little more show busy.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that I would get, which always killed me, was they go, "Oh, you're a bit slick, aren't you?" Meaning your act was boom, boom, boom. And the thing is, here we all try
to be
as professional as possible and come on and go bang, 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 bang. And there's a shambly ethic there when people come on, down the chemist, right? You know, fucking about fucking bullshit, innit? You know, and you're like, are you going to say the joke at some point? I always found they're a little shamblier than American comics.
And I heard they'll set you up too over there, like by giving like the audiences don't like when your credits are read or something. I guess they think it's kind of arrogant. So they'll go, "What do you want me to say?" And you're not. What's the key?
Oh, really? You can't go like you've seen him on.
Well, they don't care either.
Yeah.
Unless they've heard of it, and they haven't heard of every. I mean, the other thing I found when I first went there, I remember, was you don't shake hands with the compere, the MC. You don't shake hands with them. Like I remember coming on, and you know how.
Really?
Or let's have a hand for everybody you've seen tonight. You don't do that.
No?
They've already applauded because the compares brought you on.
Wow.
And also the
We're a
MC
bunch of
gets
pricks.
paid more than the regular acts. So like if you do the store or whatever in London, that guy gets paid the most because he has to go on in the beginning and then he has to go on after the interval because there's no waitresses. So we have an interval so they can go get beer. And then he has to come on at the end again and do more time. And
How is the Comedy Store? So I heard it's a great room.
We went in there.
It's great.
I did that room.
I mean, at Christmas time, it's full of fucking yahoos, but you know.
I did that room, Jonglers in Camden, maybe.
Yeah, Jonglers in Camden.
So before I go on, and this room is just, it's an outside. It's
heaving.
They put on an open mic or a new American comic before me. So this guy stinks. And now the thrill is gone. Okay, we saw the American.
Right.
And I go on right after him. Oh.
Another dumb yank.
Oh, was it brutal. It was.
He's probably
really
shit.
bad.
Give him a chance. Go mad. Go crazy. Rich Voos. Oh, was it Voss, is it? So fucking what?
Does your material translate over there? I mean, that's the big question.
Everybody says that. I think it does.
It does, right?
It does.
Because even Seinfeld made that.
Over. Oh my God, I'm going over. What should I do? I'm like, tell jokes.
Right.
One after the next.
And they translate.
Also, hit them in the first 3 minutes. Don't fuck around,
Yeah.
Come big up front, Load it up, front load it, Because they'll give you 5 minutes, and then they'll hate you. But if you don't make it happen in the first 5 minutes.
I've never gone. I always thought that I always had this weird impression that they just weren't going to enjoy it.
You.
I don't know. I've always felt the opposite.
You're honest. They love that.
I've always felt the opposite.
You got to go over there, Jim.
I would
check
like
it
to
out.
try it. Yeah.
Proops, are you like doing the world at this point? Are you traveling the world with your comedy, or?
Yeah, I'll be in the meatpacking district tonight.
I know. Well,
all by myself alone on a stage looking around. No,
and you got some Nova Scotia action happening soon, right?
Yeah, I'm in Nova Scotia. I think a lot of the comics who are playing Carnegie Hall, maybe they look at my schedule and think, okay, so I'm at Carnegie Hall, but Proops is going to Nova Scotia.
Yeah, see?
You're a little
glass half full guy.
You're a little angry at the
Gonna get a little
playing Carnegie
lobster
Hall.
bisque and whatnot, a little maritime fog.
Proops is a great comic.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Very kind. And as far as the comedy, I know what you're getting at. As far as the comedy festival goes, you should be playing a bigger fucking room.
No.
I'll say it
love
for you.
playing comics.
You're not supposed to say that type of thing, but I will. Proops is should be in a bigger room for the comedy festival. But comics is a great club.
It is.
I'm not trashing those guys.
I'm blessed.
It's a great club.
And I can't believe I said I'm blessed.
2 shows tonight, 2
Suddenly
shows
I'm a rapper
tomorrow.
from the early 90s. I'm blessed. No, but I'm glad to be playing comics. But yeah, no. Then I'm in Nova Scotia on Sunday night. There's a casino up there, and they're very nice. I think I'd never been there, and I went. And first time I play, I walked on. I went, I've never been here before because I'm cool.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that didn't.
You didn't get the sarcasm?
Yeah, after a few minutes. I was down at the town clock today. 2 children died of boredom. I mean, wow. Halifax is the end of the continent, A lot of crustaceans.
Yeah.
How far up?
It's way the fuck up there.
Pretty far
It's
up.
way up, right?
Yeah,
It's almost as
like
far
it was
as you go in
freezing
that
in April.
direction.
It's going to be freezing tomorrow, or Sunday, I think. It's nice, though. They're nice. Canadians are nice. They're a good crowd.
They're nice.
It's funny. I didn't remember.
Next to one.
Montreal was not as great as I remembered it. Like, it was good, But it was not. When I did the TV taping, I thought that they were fucking dumb clucks. I thought it was overrated.
The people who go to the gala, though, are like people who would have subscriptions to a theater. You know what I mean? They're real square.
Oh, okay, maybe that was
it. I
it.
looked out sideways there.
By the way, I became in awe of John Panetta after that, though, because I went on. I had a good set, but I saw how they were not an easy crowd. They were tired. It was hot. They had been taping for a few. I was on next to last, and Panetta came on. And that motherfucker murdered and got a standing ovation, a deserved standing ovation. He is tremendous. The first time I ever watched John Panetta do stand-up, and he was fucking awe-inspiring. He was so good.
Is he back to being fat too?
He's a big guy. He's not like
Did he eat through his surgery?
I don't know.
That's what I heard.
Did he get the surgery?
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah, he got skinny for a while.
He got really fucking
Last
skinny.
time I saw him was 2 years ago in Toronto.
That's what I'm
nice
hearing.
fellow. But those things are perfect for him, like Montreal. I've seen him murderize a gala. I saw him come out and host one and do a number up front with songs.
He hosted this one too and then closed it.
Oh fuck!
He hosted and closed it?
Dude, he fucking...
The galas are really mainstream there, I think. They're very mainstream.
He did a bit... What was his bit about? It's just the subject for a bit. What food preservative does he do a fucking bit on? Yeah. It's like I would never have thought to do more than one line on this. This cocksucker has a 10-minute closing bit on it.
Wow.
That killed, right?
Dude, it was fucking annoying. It was so funny. I just kept hoping he would drop dead on the stage. It was fucking amazing. It was like, what's a preservative that they...
I can't...
MSG?
BHT or MSG.
One of those...
No, we're
That's
trying
why
to
Montreal
think of
you're playing to. It's really strange because it's a showbiz crowd, and then you're playing to a bunch of people who speak English in a town that speaks French. So it's as if you went to Calgary and looked for the French community, and they'll all come out. And I mean, not that everybody doesn't speak bloody English there anyway, but I've always found that sometimes it can be a little. Depends on which joint you're playing, like Club Soda or whatever can be good.
Yeah, that's what we did.
That's what we did, a nasty show. That was sold out every show. That's
it
always
like
does.
That shit.
Oh, yeah.
Always
like
does.
that dirty shit.
Yeah, that was...
It's funny. Showbiz crowds I typically despise. Like I told my manager I want to do something in LA again soon. And I told him not one industry comp, not one. I don't want one fucking pussy agent or one fucking jizz bag from a network. Not one seat for those scumbags. They're the fucking worst crowds. Half the times they don't show up. Fuck them. They don't want to come. If they do, make them pay.
They might discover you,
They're
though.
repulsive.
They might discover you, though.
You know what? Honestly, dude, they're not really. I have such a hatred
might get
for
discovered.
them.
Yeah. If you don't want them to come,
Greg Peck is a soda jerk.
Proops is laughing at that.
Yeah, he knows.
He knows. Proops is on TV, man. Proops is doing very well on TV.
Years ago, I was hosting a show that when Bonnie was a newcomer on. I was hosting the newcomer set in Montreal.
You fucked her. Okay, go ahead.
Let's get it over with.
You did, Rich, by marrying her.
The point is this. The crowd it was all industry crowd, and they were really being noisy. And I remember coming on and going, "Hey, everybody from Hollywood and New York at the bar, you could shut the fuck up and give the comics a chance." And the crowd cheered, and everyone got mad at me, and they were like, I was like, you know what? Fuck you. It's supposed to be the young comedians.
Oh, this was in Canada, in Montreal?
Yeah, like 90. Oh, God, I'm old. It was 93 or 94. It was in black and white. It was on the Dumont Network.
Yeah.
We were on right after.
Kinescope of the whole thing.
Yeah. We were after Edwin's Texaco hour.
Edwin.
Very funny.
You work with Selena, don't you?
What did I do?
Selena Gomez? What show are you on?
I work with Keke Palmer. I'm on...
Which one are you on?
I'm going to tell you when I remember it. True Jackson VP is the one I'm on.
Yeah, okay.
Where's that? I don't even know what that is. It's on
Nickelodeon. Don't watch Jim. You'll be arrested. It's like me watching a Justin Bieber video or something. I feel like you're going to come to my house while I'm watching. As if I'd fucking watch one.
That's not helping you pull in people, the Nickelodeon?
I got the 11-year-olds rolling in. And that involved the builder. I got the 4-year-olds and the 11-year-olds beating down the door.
Did our parents come out, though? I mean, their parents got yours.
Sometimes they do. My friend Ryan said to me, hey, by the time they can come see you, you'll be dead.
Right.
You never were on Wizards of Waverly Place?
I was not on Wizards of Waverly Place.
I seen you on Nickelodeon. All right. I'm made the wrong connection.
You have a 9-year-old?
I got a 5-month-old. There's no reason why I should be watching Nickelodeon.
Yeah, exactly. Our show was funny. The guys who produced our show is the reason I did it, because they did Mad About You and Bugger. No, Malcolm in the Middle.
Come on, the reason you did it is because they called you.
Oh, the reason I did it because I'm desperate and I needed work. And the next reason was these guys were all right. No, we did a traditional sitcom. It was good fun. It's fun because you can't do knob gags, you know? You have to work clean on Nickelodeon, so it's like falling down and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like gags from Lucy. And the stage we shot on was where Lucy shot, so I was pretty excited.
Where's that?
Paramount on page 25, stage 25.
Okay.
The old Desi Lou Studios.
It was Desi Lou. And her office was around the corner, Lucy's office.
Yeah.
What's
Still
in there
smells
now?
like cigarettes.
Yeah. Her and Marlo Thomas are in the men's room.
What's in that place now?
On 25, I don't know. I think they put up some skate ramp or something.
Yeah,
They wrapped. And there's another show next door. When a Big Time Rush shoots on, I think, on 26 or 27. 26 was Danny Thomas's stage, and we would shoot on there, too. And that fucking stage was evil. I don't know what the fuck evil Danny Thomas wrought in this world. I know about the coffee table and all that, but man, the air conditioning never worked. We literally had one of the new age PAs go in and like burn a jaw stick, you know, like
just to get rid of the evilness.
Yeah. Like that place, you'd walk in and a sandbag would fall on your head, you know. Fuck, did Danny Thomas make some sort of deal with the fucking devil or something?
You know, we used to shoot Tough Crowd on the Sony studios on 53rd or 54th, and that's where they shot a lot of The Exorcist. Was shot in that building.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah, and I believe Nirvana taped Unplugged there. I think I've said this on the air before, but I think a good part of The Exorcist was taped in that.
There's so much history in all those places.
Yeah,
like,
every
they
single
just
one of
never
them.
go away. They never move. These
No,
places never fucking move.
When we first shot Whose Line in New York, it was where they did Bilko, and I was excited
Bilko.
beyond all measure because like that was my favorite sitcom, and I was like, oh my god, yeah. And the first place we shot Whose Line in England at Teddington Thames, I didn't know anybody's picture on the wall except Benny Hill in the fucking middle, man, and I was like, Benny Hill's right here. You know?
Oh, you shot your show started
very first series of Whose Line we shot at Thames. Remember at the end of his show there'd be the little bridge and whatnot.
Yeah.
That was where we shot the first one. And I
Benny Hill.
I remember not even recognizing, you know, when you first go to England, all their TV stars, and you're like, who the fuck is...
weird, right?
Who's Bruce Forsyth, you know, and then...
Do they know
one big
American
picture in the
TV stars
middle
or
was
no?
Benny Hill, huh?
Do they know American TV stars or no?
Absolutely. But they don't know some. It's weird. Like, they never got the Honeymooners, but they got Bilko. So, like, all the comics love Bilko, but then you say, well, what about the Honeymooners? They're like, never seen it. They just didn't show it.
Wow.
And Seinfeld, when I lived there, they were showing it like 2 in the morning on Sunday. So, like, they never really got Seinfeld.
So
I mean,
Jerry-
you go there and they know who he is.
Sure.
He's a star, but...
Chris Rock said he sold out arena. He was doing like 17,000 seats for him over there. Chris.
Well, he's a movie star, so...
All right.
Yeah,
he could do it
true.
that way. Like, Harlan, they didn't know, and he didn't really go over.
He didn't go over?
No, but Stephen Wright, emo, huge, you know.
Carlin didn't go over there?
Not that I know of.
How come,
No.
Did
I
he
mean,
go-
Hicks, obviously.
Wait, you said he didn't go. You said he didn't go over. You mean he didn't make the trip, or they didn't like him?
No, he didn't. I don't think he physically went over and ever played there. Like, so they didn't know him. Like, I remember doing a radio show about Carlin because a producer said to me, "Well, who's your favorite comic?" And I went, "Carlin." And they're like, "Well, who is he?" You know. And so, like, I had to do a show, like, sort of explaining who George Carlin was. And
How weird.
How about
is that?
Pryor? Do they know him from maybe from
yeah, they
movies?
know him from the movies. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
And
That's
his
weird,
the movies
right?
were the weakest part of his career, as far as far as what he contributed.
No, the stand-up is where all the the genius is. Hicks they knew really well, and Dennis Leary. I think when I first went there.
Well, he didn't. Dennis get popular in England? Like, didn't he kind of or find himself in England and come back or whatever?
Yeah, I guess. I know Hicks got really popular there.
Yeah,
and
he
then-
certainly
and
did.
Sort of came back.
I'm a big Hicks fan.
Me too.
Did you ever
listening to him
perform with him?
yesterday? They keep talking about some movie with Russell Crowe or something, or is that
I
just
keep
a
hearing
rumor?
they're starting to talk
It's a
about maybe-
terrible idea because,
Yeah.
first of all, Hicks would, I think, not like it. Not that I knew him that well, but I knew him well enough to know that he wouldn't fucking like a Hollywood movie made about him.
Relentless is my favorite comedy CD.
He's
By
savage,
Bill Hicks.
man. And was he funny and really young? You know, I was older than him, and he died way before me. And
You guys came
too.
up? Did you come up together, Greg?
Huh?
Did you guys come up together, kind of?
Oh
or-
no, he was from Texas. I met him in San Francisco, and I used to have a joke where I'd go. The Union. It was about Ken Burns' PBS Civil War show. That'll give you an idea of how long ago this was.
Yeah.
The Union met the Confederacy here in a small town in Kentucky called Kill Peopleburg. And so Hicks called me Kill Peopleburg for a couple of years, right? We're doing a gig in Florida, and he comes up to me and goes, "Greg, I know your name's Greg." And I go, "Bill, I don't give a shit what you call me. You're my fucking hero." He'd always go, "Hey, Kill Peopleburg," every time he saw me because he liked the joke. And I was excited he spoke to me.
Wow.
Because I thought he was so goddamn funny.
We were working in Lubbock, Texas, me and him, and his girlfriend just dumped him. So in Lubbock, to get hookers, you'd ask the cab drivers where to go, and they would take you. So he goes, "You want to hang out with me?" And I just take a ride and sit in the car while he.
Yeah, sure he did.
No, I didn't.
This was before Bonnie. You could.
Oh
say
no,
it.
no, no! I wasn't getting a hooker.
You sucked his dick in a wig.
No,
probably
so
blew the cab driver.
He knocked the cab driver. the cab driver.
Cab fare, yeah.
Cab driver.
This ride's on the house.
God, hold on, we're gonna hear this joke 7 times.
Shut the fuck up.
So
let us enjoy it, you asshole.
So he goes. Cab driver takes Hicks to the first place, and the hooker opens the door and goes, "You're a cop," and slams the door on his face.
Yeah.
Then we go to another place, and she opens the door and she goes, "You're too young," and slams the door. And he gets in the car. He does 10 minutes on stage the next night how hookers won't fuck him in Lubbock.
Oh my
and it was
God.
he just came up with 10 or 15, and it was just so. I'm watching him going, "I'll never be this funny as long as I live."
You should say that when you watch every comic.
I know.
Watch an executioner.
You should say that when you watch a documentary on crib death.
I'm never going to be this funny. God, this SARS thing's kicking my ass.
Fuck, I love that guy. He was all right.
No, he was hilarious. There was in England a few years ago. There was a comic who did what if Hicks had lived and extrapolated and wrote a whole act about Bush and shit. And I never went and saw it. I remember reading about it. And the only thing I could think of was there was nothing I know Bill would have fucking hated more. You'd have gone down there with a gun. Like, you were going to put words in my mouth after I'm dead?
Speculate what I would have said about this.
Because you're so,
And with all due respect to Hicks, he's not the only guy that talked about social or political
No, of course
issues.
he wasn't.
Yeah.
Guys, like, there are guys that this is what bothers me about, not Hicks, but people who love Hicks.
Right, the canonization.
Because guys try to do it. I think what he was doing, from what I've heard about him, I never met him, was very sincere, and he was just, that was the comedian he was, and he was very socially aware. But when guys try to be Hicks, and they think that they're hip by clearing the room, it's like you're not clearing the room doing your act, you're attempting to clear the room, where he's a guy really doing his act,
right,
and fucking offending people by the content in his act. There's a huge difference.
It was also, his delivery was really good and unique and stuff. It looked like he could give a shit if he was up there or not.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he'd just walk around and
He went on stage at Catch when it was the hottest club in New York, and Brenner just got off, and they loved him. Brenner was, on fire, and they loved him. And Hicks walks on, he goes, growing up as a kid, I used to watch Robert Klein and David Brenner, and I'm thinking, if these fucks can do comedy, so can I. That was right after him.
That's great.
Then he started doing that bit about Nancy Reagan, the anorexic cunt, that whole bit. The room, people... It's like someone yelled fire in the room. They were running out in droves, and he gets off stage and he goes,
or ladies and gentlemen, Rich Voss.
It's almost a callback from before.
Come on, Rich.
It's not bad.
Rich is very funny.
It's a callback. We like those. We like callbacks. That's what you do in comedy is callbacks. Okay, you're doing it for 12 fucking years.
Unfortunately, you never get one with an audition.
I can't get a callback to something I never auditioned for. Okay, I want to get the call to have a chance to get a call back. What do you get? An audition? What the fuck is that?
Do we have to break? Was Efron here or no?
Yeah, we should break.
Efron Ramirez is coming in.
Let me organize this. We got Greg Proops at Comics tonight and tomorrow. Highly recommend you see Greg Proops, a great comic that doesn't come around these parts too often. And then, of course, Rich is hilarious as well, and he's going to be at Gotham Comedy Club. So you got to figure out. One night you see Greg, and the other night you see Rich.
Do both for the
Do
festival.
a comedy weekend. Why not, right?
That's what I'm saying.
And you guys are going to continue, Greg? You got time, right? You hanging?
Yeah.
Efron Ramirez is next, I guess, and then the situation at 9.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the situation?
Yeah.
Snooki was on my plane yesterday.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You sat in cargo?
Was she loaded?
An Oompa Loompa airlift.
Yes.
I gotta piss.
She was. She's quite dinky.
It's time for Owen Day Q&A.
Recently on the Opie and Anthony show, lovable, buffoonish intern Blind Stevie invited his mother into the studio. What did O&A give her? Was it A, a brand new thick 10-inch dildo, B, a lap dance from a nearly naked staffer, C, a hard time about her son's horrendous looks and severely lacking skill set, or D, all of the above? The answer in moments.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM.
Another full house today. We got Rich Voss in studio. It's on. Rich was doing stand-up for us out of nowhere. I don't know why.
Rich went to talk to us, and there was a mic next to him, and he just grabbed the mic and started talking into it. It wasn't on or anything, but he felt more comfy standing up and
feel more comfortable
talking like that.
That's how I yell at my kids.
With a
I get a
microphone.
mic and I sit them in front of me. Dumb daughter's leaving college.
She's leaving college?
Yeah, she's leaving. I told her, go to community college for 2 years. No,
Yeah.
I want to go here. So I spent all this money for her to go down south to a college, right? And after the first semester, I don't like it down here. I want to go to community college.
Say, why the fuck?
So you only lost out on one semester?
Yeah, which
Of
is
paying-
about. I'm happy in the long run, but I don't get this whole college thing. I just
Dude,
don't get it.
college is horseshit at this point.
It's ridiculous.
It puts everybody in debt, either the parents or the kids. It's $100,000 in debt on average.
That's the goal.
So you leave college and you already owe $100,000.
It's all you got to do is, if I came in here and said, "Hey, my daughters want an intern," you guys would do it in a second. One, because you would smash them, but whatever.
There's Efren.
And there he is. And
How you doing, sir?
What's up, Efron?
And
or Efren?
Efren.
What's up,
man?
How are you guys? What's going on, brother?
I'd rather sit. But
Star of Eastbound and Down.
No, I mean,
I'm calling you the star of the show.
Hello.
All right.
How are you? How you doing?
That's Rich
How's
Voss.
it going? Rich Voss, richvoss.com.
Greg Proops. No, that's all right.
No.
That's Greg Proops.
Greg, how are you?
Very funny stand-up
love.
comic.
My love, are you kidding?
You know
Are you
him?
kidding? I've watched him on TV. The
Yes.
Improv actor, of course, comedian.
You better be Efren, too.
You're not.
Yeah.
You're not your brother, right?
I know you do that brother
Well, do you
thing
remember
every so
last time
often.
you were on the show? He admitted that. You know,
Efren,
he's got a twin brother, and then maybe the twin brother does some of the interviews.
Which is pretty goddamn funny.
What's your twin brother doing right now?
He's on Regis.
He's sleeping, I think.
He's sleeping. You sure?
Yeah, I hope so.
You know the good thing about being twins?
How about you talking to him, Mike?
Yeah, get a mic that works.
The good thing about being twins, you don't need a mirror to jerk off in front of.
Sometimes you do, because then it becomes an orgy.
What are you doing, Rich?
Yeah, why would you? Who wants
Yeah,
to do
why-
that with their brother?
Yeah, that's a good
Oh,
one.
really? It's kind of like going into the woods after a Little League game. Shut up, it's a joke, stupid.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why are you so defensive?
How about that? Whose line
look
is it
where I'm
anyway, huh?
Yeah, see?
Good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I saw it religiously.
Thank you, buddy.
Religious. God, I worship you, my friend.
How kind of you.
Yeah.
And I got to say, because you're an improviser, and it takes an artist to truly work with their imagination and really go creatively. And I thought you were
I think
one
you're
of the-
right.
And I got to
I've
say,
never
you're one
really
of the greats.
considered that before.
An
Have a little
improv.
more respect, you guys.
We just felt like we
I
didn't
gotta
need to
say,
bring that up.
It is
I guess
because
we
of,
should
because of you and all the rest of the guys that
They're
my
dead
friends
weight.
and I, my friends and I actually did a bunch of improvs on Venice Beach.
Don't really?
You know, and we started to study improv and do it all over Los Angeles. This is prior to Napoleon Dynamite. So
Yeah.
So, but
What was that?
But it actually gave me the freedom to create and explore that world, as opposed to really getting. I mean, I grew up in East LA, so doing theater and doing all that work just got
Well, you know
me
my buddy
out of that.
Diedrich Bader, then.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, of
Freaking,
course.
the martial arts guy in Napoleon Dynamite. Man, another great guy. And actually, we shot, we were doing a sequel to, or the remake to Revenge of the Nerds, but it just never happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we shot for about a month down in Georgia, and then they just cut it.
Scrap it?
Wow, was it really
Yeah.
awful, or was it just that they ran out of money?
No, it was great actually. But what happened was, I think Fox was changing all the people who were involved in the studio. So Fox Atomic was completely cut out, and any project under those independent production companies were just completely cut out.
Where does that shit go? Where does a month of shooting go? What do they just, do they just put it in a spool somewhere and put it in that warehouse from Indiana Jones?
One day, what unions will do, and when you're doing a non-union shoot, if they want you to get union guys, they'll let you shoot for a day, and then fuck with you the next day, because then you've wasted a whole day of filming.
Right, yeah.
If you just move
makes
locations,
sense.
so it's one day of shooting is expensive. A month must be horrible.
Jesus Christ, really?
My showbiz knowledge must cost a lot.
What about Josie?
Josie's very well indeed. She's been on EastEnders for the last couple of years in London.
She's phenomenal.
She is phenomenal. Josie was the brunette on the English version. And a very good buddy. We stay with her when we were in England.
You guys know everybody.
I know. They all know a lot of people I don't know.
I don't know anybody.
I know Voss.
Hey, you're in New York. A lot of people.
So you're on Eastbound and Down. I love the show, but I got to be honest, I'm way behind. I got it all DVR'd, my friend. I
Yes.
will catch up.
Yes,
So-
but it's not the same, you know.
But you're promoting the season finale, right? Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
this Sunday?
Yeah, it's this Sunday. Wow. How quick that is.
How many episodes you guys do in a season?
We did about, well, the first season about 6 episodes, and this year was 7.
Yeah.
It's a weird number, 7,
Yeah,
right?
Isn't it? You'd think they'd order 12.
8 or 10, yeah.
Right.
HBO is odd, though. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't have the same...
Where do you guys shoot?
We shot, actually, the second season, we shot that in Puerto Rico.
Really?
I know. Tough place, you know, hot and beautiful women.
Fantastic.
Yeah. It was, and actually, HBO was asking for 13 episodes, actually, for the second season.
But Danny McBride's just blowing up.
But
He doesn't
yeah,
have the-
exactly.
He doesn't have the fucking time to do everything they want him to do.
I think the writers and even the directors, it's not about the quantity, but the quality of what you put on every single episode, and it's very specific. And these guys know what they're doing. So when I came on board, I was just fortunate to be a part of these guys.
So what do you think they felt that they couldn't creatively do the show justice if they did 6 episodes on top of the 7? They probably figured they would water it down or shit.
Yeah, because on TV you're telling a specific story, and then you go through the world of per se Kenny Powers. So and I think that the final episode of second season is it was a surprise to me and how it ends, because I was such a big fan of the show in the first place. So to know the fact about what's going to happen, it just. Wow, those
be pleasantly surprised.
Why did you shoot in Puerto Rico? Was it taking place in Puerto Rico, or was it just
it takes place in Mexico.
In Mexico,
so okay.
But we couldn't go down to Mexico because
the cartels and the fact that they're beheading people now. Yeah, it's probably better to stay away from Mexico.
Yeah, because then maybe I wouldn't be able to come back myself.
Your fucking trailer would get hijacked, and you'd have to ransom your own equipment. Yeah, Mexico's a frightening place right now. Where are you from?
I'm from what gang?
No, I just didn't know if you were from Mexico. I didn't want to shit on Mexico.
I think I said East LA, right?
No, East LA,
Okay,
man. Yeah.
I was in a gang in school called the Devil's Advocates. We tried to see the other guy's point of view. Very unsuccessful gang. Hey, you're a faggot. I can kind of see where you're coming from on that.
Exactly. I am wearing a bow tie and the back is cut out of my trousers.
I'm making a Waldorf salad here on the playground.
East LA is rough, isn't it?
Rough. Really rough.
You still got family in East LA, or are you smart enough to
I
get
do
them out
have
of there?
some cousins there.
But
yeah.
you got mommy and daddy and your brother out of there?
Yeah, I mean, like after Napoleon Dynamite, I bought my parents a house.
Oh, you're one of those guys. Nice.
So
the movie gave you buy your parents' house money?
Yeah, well, what happened was when the movie was made, we all signed contracts for royalties. But when the studios bought it, we had to have renegotiate our contracts. So everything changed.
Oh,
and because I was a union actor, I said, wait, let me bring in my team real quick. So, and it was a great renegotiation. And nobody knew it was going to blow up as it did.
Yeah.
So once
true.
they had blankets and chonies and bras and dolls and action figures, bobbleheads, they had everything. And then because of the animation next year, it's just going to get really crazy.
Yeah, they're making an animated version.
Yeah,
and you're going to be voicing.
And you're getting a piece of all that?
It's pretty sweet.
Shit, man. Right
Good for you, man. I like to hear stories like that instead of we never got another dime.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Gives
never
us
want to
all
watch
hope.
that again.
Gives everybody hope that you hit a project that just makes a shitload
And
of
then
money.
you can renegotiate.
I just got a $26 check from Last Comic Standing. They're playing on Fox Reality. $26. I'm not fucking around.
You should send them back 50.
Do you know I still get checks? I get like $5 check, like whenever Lucky Louie is released overseas or somewhere. I get like a $6 check per episode. It's kind of
Bulgaria.
humiliating.
Yeah.
So I have to write it.
Euros.
It's like I almost don't want to
Bulgarian.
I don't want to put it in the bank because they probably think that's all I made. Like, well, this guy must blow.
I got a check the other day for 32 cents. And
Nice.
how much is a stamp? 44 or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, really? Why don't you wait till it accrues a little? You really gonna waste the stamp money to send me a check for 32 cents? And I was sad.
I would imagine you
Yeah.
would be.
I'm getting Voss a chair so he can move up because he feels bad sitting in the back there.
I don't
yeah,
feel,
yeah. You don't.
I don't
No,
feel
you're good,
bad.
you're good. Yeah?
No,
You're
I
good,
don't
you're
feel
good.
bad at all. Because I'm a little out of it today.
Oh,
I
just
had a
get a
rough night
seat.
last night.
What
What
happened
happened?
last night, Rich?
I went to a party.
How's that bad?
I went to I ate a lot of shrimp.
It was a lemon party.
What's a lemon party?
You want to see it?
Jim, but look at your faces. My God, I'm afraid.
It's a very famous photo.
Can you show him lemon party?
I'm not online. It's a
not
very
online?
famous photo of just three old men engaging.
Greg, can you can you just Google lemon party while you're over there, please?
I want to see it.
Come on. You've never seen lemon party?
No, I'd love to see it.
I was at a Tupperware party last night, and I sold a ton of stuff, so I feel very positive today.
Could someone run in here and show lemon party?
How do you get to? It's a keyboard and a fucking mouse and a monitor.
You're going to make me look at this, and I haven't.
It's not violent.
Is that Tupperware party recyclable?
Could you get lemon party up there, please?
It is. Thank you.
I'll do lemon party.
If you burp it, it stays fresh.
Sorry.
You asked what lemon party is, sir.
You're pointing toward him. That way I don't have to look at it.
Yeah, come on. Oh, you won't be.
I'm afraid of this situation right now.
Me too.
We have a lot of questions about this photo, too. So,
Feeling trepidation.
Lemon party.
Lemon party. Yeah.
See,
It's not like the Boston Tea Party, yeah?
It's kind of like that, yeah.
I see.
Same
Emphasis
participants.
on tea.
What, they're now making money off the stupid photo?
The Boston Tea Bag Party.
There's lemon party.
Oh, my God.
That's your lemon party picture.
See, now I don't want to see that.
Oh.
It's not, believe me, it's nothing.
It's good. But look at us. He's got a nice hog for his age.
I hope that's not a scratch and sniff.
Hey, Rich, you can relate to that. That guy looks like Arnold Palmer, doesn't he?
Oh, wow.
Arnie's in Lemon Party.
Now, the question we always pose is, who's the gayest guy in that picture?
The two guys kissing.
Which one, though?
Well,
the guy laying back kissing is having his nipple touched and getting his dick sucked.
This one laying back because his eyes are closed. This one's eyes are open. So the one who has his eyes closed kissing is more into it.
Isn't that amazing? Because the guy sucking the dick, you don't even...
He's out of the picture.
Yeah.
What about the guy who took the picture? How about that?
Bit of a judgment call on who's gayest in this photo, don't you think? Splitting hairs, if you don't mind the phrase.
I don't know what comic. There's a comic that says, this is his line, he goes, you know you're gay when you're sucking some guy's dick and you're thinking of another guy.
Right on. There's Lemon Party.
That's a lemon party.
Why don't you click off that photo?
I can't believe. Now I can't look at my grandfather in his face again.
Wait, is that Grandpa from the Munsters?
Yeah, he kind of does look like that. Oh, yeah.
What are these guys on the bottom doing? Is that...
That's just one of those websites that...
Yeah, a guy with his legs open, orange shorts, tight orange slacks.
Yeah.
Holy Jesus.
I know none of this. I'm a virgin.
You asked.
Internet.
I know.
Are you really not a perv on the internet?
No.
That guy on the bottom,
No.
his dick was so big. If you had a dick that big, you can't be funny in life because you have too much confidence.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a point, actually.
I'm telling you, if you got a dick like 12 inches long, you got too much. You can't. There's no insecurity.
There's no desire. You're not overcompensating.
I've not found that. I found that I have a giant wand and I can dominate the audience with it. And tonight at Comics, all 7 of those people are going to get dominated by it.
He's not horsing around, folks.
Yeah, if you have a giant dick, it's probably difficult to be motivated because you do comedy. I first started doing stand-up to meet girls. That's why I did it.
Yeah.
And when you have a big dick, you don't need to.
So what are they doing for a living?
You need to meet girls?
People.
You need to do comedy.
I need to do comedy to meet girls, yeah. But if you have a 12-inch dick, you don't need to do jokes. You just fucking wear tight slacks.
Pull it out anywhere.
Wear tight slacks.
What do you think the big dick guys are doing?
I don't need the roll of coins.
Yeah, seriously. What do you think the big dick guys are doing for a living? Accounting?
No.
What kind of profession do you think they're in?
I don't know. Sales. Because a lot of them,
sales guys.
A lot of them are fucking confident enough to sell you bullshit. I don't know.
I don't know. Probably ad men, you know?
Yeah, you think?
Tupperware?
Tupperware.
I'm watching that show
I don't think advertising people are big. Certainly they're not in show business.
So you're tired today, Rich, because you had too many shrimps last night?
I'm just tired. I was up late. It's hard to sleep in a hotel. You know, it's uncomfortable, and
hotels are very comfy.
I love hotels.
That's the ones I stay in.
Oh, really?
What hotel
the
you stay
blinking
in?
red neon sign out the window.
That's not a hotel. It has bars and a stainless steel toilet.
I look out the window and see Lee Remick walking to the bar.
Two dead twins at the end of my hall beckoning me all night. The elevator filled up with blood. Other than that, it was charming.
Yeah. Perfect.
Couldn't buy a drink.
At least you had a
Could
good
not
book to
buy
read.
No, I'm in a nice hotel.
yeah.
Time, yeah.
What
I
hotel
got
you
lucky
at?
on Priceline.
Rich, ask a question about Eastbound and Down for our guest, please.
Yeah,
Because we got the big season
I want to
finale.
ask about this, and this is true, and I'm serious.
Yeah.
Everybody's raving about this. So how can I get the first season for free on DVD? Who do I talk to?
You talk to me.
Okay, there you have it. There's my question. Because we want to. That's all we do is buy seasons of stuff.
Yeah.
We're waiting for Damages season 3 to come out.
Damages?
The other one,
He's
Mad
married.
Men. Yeah, we want Mad Men because there's nothing better than watching a professor cook crank. And then I just finished Sons of Anarchy. So we want to do Eastbound Down. We're doing Mad Men. You know, that's all we do. Because the more of the stuff I watch on TV with Bonnie, I don't have to talk to her. You know what I'm saying? If you keep the TV going,
Why don't you guys just get divorced?
Because you've been married
No,
for
we're getting along
so
good.
long.
Rich and I are going to go see Colored Girls at the matinee today if you guys want to join us.
Yeah,
We're just
I
going
wanna
to
see
cry and cry and eat Malamars.
I want to see that.
Getting bad reviews, by the way.
Well, let them say what they want.
Yeah,
We saw Steel
reviews.
Magnolias together. We balled the whole afternoon.
I bet there's a
And
scene in
Mystic
that
Pizza,
movie
no?
where they dance around and drink wine and talk about how awful men are. I bet there's that scene.
Probably.
Yeah.
What is it?
I hate when girls are in like the living room with this subtle lighting and their big wine glasses and they're talking and laughing, and then someone puts on a song and they're like, oh, and they all start
By
getting
Michael
up
Bolton?
and dancing. Yeah, just with some crappy song and they just start dancing.
And why is that again? Why does that happen?
I don't know, because it's a chick flick.
Rich
It's
and
an
I always play
awful
Lady in
chick
Red
flick.
when we dance.
But those films have those scenes, and they justify it, saying it's okay, do that, and you go, no, go talk to your husband.
It's terrible. It's terrible. I know whenever I see in a trailer a scene like that, I know I'll never see that movie. Like, there are movies I look at a trailer and go,
Yeah.
I know I'll never
Not
see
a
that
chance,
fucking movie.
yeah.
Well, that movie Valentine's Day had all those stars, and I didn't have one inkling of what's the word?
All right, we got it. Put it up on the door. Inkling.
Hey, that's
Thanks for
Inkling.
Valentine's Day.
carve that on somewhere.
Jamie Foxx was in.
No.
Everybody
You
was
didn't have
in.
one,
Cry for
what,
me.
Rich?
Rich
I
is
didn't-
a behind you.
one-
Rich is a ding-a-ling.
Whatever.
Is that where?
Hold on.
Inkling.
Hold on. He's seen the list.
Is that, I see the list. What is that?
Those are things he
That's
said
everything
wrong.
he said wrong on the
Words
show.
he said mispronounced.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
as dumb as they
Oh,
come.
yes, and we heard Rupert Pumpkin this morning.
Yes, we did.
What shows is he watching again?
Whatever. Don't get. I still
Not
want the
Sesame
first
Street,
season.
He's the Norm Crosby of a generation.
He really is.
Good old
Yeah,
Norm
he's
Crosby.
Despite of the
Quite a list.
allegations made against him. And the alligators that have done it.
We got to add that one to the
We have
list.
to.
Break for the sitch?
Yeah, I don't know if
Oh,
Is he
right.
here?
Yes,
No, but I
yes.
think he's coming soon.
Yes.
Not yet? All
I
right.
like leaning in like this. I feel like one of the guys.
You are one of the
just
guys.
hanging
You're one
out.
of the
Oh, look at
guys,
that.
Rich.
Yeah,
You're
but this
right.
is really making me feel
Hey,
like
you're leaning on the console.
I did. When you guys were over at NEW, he came in. I got to do radio
Oh.
with him. This young man right
Oh, yeah.
here.
It's
When we were at,
You don't even know his name?
Yeah, Efren.
Okay.
All right. Well, what
We call him Pedro, really.
I was gonna say
It's easier to say Pedro.
Or something.
Say you don't want to call Pedro. He's Efren.
Do people call you Pedro all day long?
I was at the gym a couple of days ago.
What do you do
And
there?
this, check out chicks. So,
And out towels.
and out towels.
So people down, the same as all of us.
You know, hey,
Go on.
yeah, Girl Scout cookies. So,
Here, let me get that shoe for you. That looks a little tight.
oh my Lanta.
All right. So you're at
And
the gym.
this guy came up to me and was like, "Hey Pedro, so how's working with Kenny Powers?" I'm like, it's getting serious, you know.
But that's how we know you.
Yeah,
I know
but
you as Pedro. I don't feel like I should call you by your real name.
I always get, hey, obscure guy. Get out of the way. I want to use the water fountain.
I get Jew.
no, it's true. But it's surprising because people, when they see a movie and when you begin to think as if it's a documentary, that's a little strange, don't you think? Mm-hmm. You know, and you figure that you're going, all right, the character that I play on Eastbound and Down is totally different from Pedro.
Right.
And you go, I think he would put two and two together, but obviously he's not smart enough to do that.
People are fuzzy on that stuff sometimes.
Sometimes they are.
You know, it's a fine line. You can sit in here and say, wow, look at all the money I'm getting from this show and when the cartoon comes out. But then the asshole that won't let you get out of that goddamn character in life, you know what I mean?
Well, it's one of those, as I say, it's a double-edged sword. But to me, look,
That's like a fine line.
Pedro is a character that people have. Yeah, it's a fine line. People embrace that character, and it's something that people can enjoy all the time every time they watch the film. So I'm just fortunate to be a part of it, and sure, if you want to give me a hug or a picture, sure, why not?
I see in your eyes you want us to call you Efren. We will. Yeah. We will do that from now on.
Gosh,
I see it. I see it. I see it.
You can call me any goddamn thing you like.
You know what's the worst one?
I'd eat dog food on TV for $1 in case anyone's out there listening.
If they want to fucking take a picture with you, can you have your fat girlfriend or wife learn how to work the goddamn camera? I don't want to sit there holding your stupid husband like it's a fucking photo shoot.
He's not kidding. There's nothing worse than a woman trying to use a camera phone.
It's fucking, you're sitting there forever trying to sell your goddamn shit. Your CDs. And
the flash isn't on. It didn't
I'm
take
sorry.
There's not enough light here. Let's move outside.
Here's my favorite is I think I shut it off.
Yeah.
And then they got to hand it back to the boyfriend. He's got to turn the camera back on. Takes 3 minutes to reboot.
Who told you about this?
Yeah. That implies that no one ever asked me for a picture.
You don't have to explain my fucking sense of humor. They get it. Okay. You don't ever explain Rich Voss's sense of humor. Okay. Nobody's taking a picture with you.
You have a tinkling of what you're talking about.
Or if it's a camera that's got a SIM card that can shoot 5,000 pictures and it says memory's full.
Yes. I've
happens
had that too. Memory's full.
Anything else that happens with
Don't you hate it when you're stalking a celebrity?
Yeah, I gotta
talk about. Yeah, we're going to take a break.
We got a break. Let's get the plug for Efren, though, because the season premiere.
Are
the
you
season
leaving
finale,
us, Efren?
I hope not. You guys are like.
No, I got to piss.
He's got to piss, and you guys are
we're
like
just making
freaking
sure
the
the
coolest
plugs
cats.
are there. Eastbound and Down, the season finale Sunday.
That's
At
right.
what time again?
I believe it's 7:30. I don't know.
They'll find it.
You'll find it. You'll find it.
And we got Greg Proops at the comics. You staying, Greg, or you got to go?
No, I'm going to blow because I have to pass out.
You're tired, huh?
I had about an hour and a half sleep.
Are you performing tonight?
I am performing today and tonight.
Comics,
today I'll be
the
at Central Park, and tonight I'll be at Comics.
Central Park today.
Set me up. Hook me up.
Yeah,
yeah?
you know where they
Dude,
put
I'll go.
chess there? I do this little dance. It's nothing really. It's full of gaiety and mirth. Let me just say that much.
Lemon party.
And Rich
I
is going
call
to
it
be
the Tangerinies.
Yeah, Rich, where are you going to be?
I'll be at Gotham.
There you
Gotham
go.
Comedy Club.
All right, we got the situation next
This weekend.
Sirius XM, the virus. Yeah, this is the Opie and Anthony Show. Damn it.
I'm in the house. I'm in the motherfucking house.
Oh boy, getting ready for the situation. It's not here yet, so now we just all look awkward playing this fucking song.
Everybody's walking around here.
Efren, get on mic. Efren Ramirez from Eastbound and Down in studio, and Rich Voss. What in?
Everybody's walking around here like royalty is going to show up. Yeah, have you seen the way Sam and Travis are walking around here like the situation is he's signing in, he's going to be coming up, and
they want to make sure
clear the halls, the situation's coming up.
They want to make sure it goes well.
Yeah, Mars is all excited and waiting for him.
Mars.
I'm kind of psyched that he's coming. I like him.
I'm looking at page 76 of his pamphlet, and
yeah, exactly.
There's actually one sentence on this page, and then something called the official wingman badge.
Yeah,
and there's just a illustration of the situation issue, I guess.
Well, the dumb thing
what are you
is,
supposed to do with this?
You're supposed to cut it out, but then look on the other side.
What?
If you cut it out, you're cutting out
the
that.
IOU one grenade.
Yeah.
Coupon.
Yeah.
Coupon.
Yeah, you could give that to your buddy that you owe him a grenade. I don't know
and
what
then
he's
there's
even
another Stitch
talking about.
Then there's another Stitch ab fact. The book has many of these, and this one on page 77. One of my abs is a classically trained pianist. Can you guess which one?
Oh God! Hopefully the one that gets hit by a bus. Get it? Because I'd like for him to get hit by a bus.
He's a good guy.
He seems like a good
Well,
guy.
he does his bank checks.
Can you give yourself the crash, please?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
He's talking about. I'm on page 84. One night in Detroit, I brought 9 girls back to my hotel room. How do you not love this guy?
Come on. To what? Watch him have sex with another man? Come on.
There wasn't 9 that night, there was 7.
It was just 7.
Yeah, but the problem I have with that, if you're bringing 9 girls back to your hotel room, it should take up more than 2 pages of the pamphlet.
Yeah, and how about pictures of that?
That should be a
instead
whole
of
chapter.
Drawings of your fucking
I don't
whatever
have,
it is.
People don't need that.
Sam?
I don't have 9 loads in a year.
We need Efren's mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Well-
Sam, you're very excited.
The situation is that the situation hasn't arrived yet.
Not even in the building?
He's not in the building.
What is that?
He just showed up. He's coming up right now.
Okay.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
We just heard the situation.
Oh, yes. Now we know.
Let's all gel our hair and get ready for this.
I'm about to do my abs right now.
Have to.
Efren, you watch that Jersey Shore?
No.
I stopped going to the Jersey Shore.
Did that make me anti-American?
No.
Okay.
That's where the first time I got laid. My first time I had sex is in Seaside, where they do the show.
That's the first time you remember having sex with a girl. The first time you had sex, you were probably 6, and there was some creepy neighbor.
Oh, hold on, he's acting because his eyes opened up.
Which your eyes are supposed to open up.
I'm not like that, where your dumb punchlines. All of a sudden, you turn into Hubble
Stop
telescope
moving
eyes.
around. Stop using 1988 references. No one talks about the Hubble,
really?
dummy.
Please, anyhow. The
I'm
first
surprised
time
you didn't call it the Hubble. The Hubble telescope.
Wow, why did this guy wear a disguise from
I
Hong
don't
Kong to
know.
Vancouver? That's creepy.
Yeah.
The guy got younger.
That's a disguise.
He started the flight as a very old-looking man and ended the flight looking like an Asian gentleman.
Yeah,
a young Asian gentleman.
He
What's
had
this
this
about?
prosthetic device on his head, which made him look
Why?
like an old man, and then he took it off mid-flight.
Unbelievable case of concealment, they're calling
Great.
it.
I wonder why.
And wow, he's only like 20-something.
Looks like a
Maybe a
tranny.
little
Wow.
experiment of security or something.
But why
like
would you
that.
do it there? Like, why wouldn't you do it when you got to your hotel? Maybe it was somebody he didn't want to see him leaving. Maybe it was the disguise was to
I
leave.
think he's just trying to pull one over on the airline.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's kind of a let's look what I got away with. You motherfuckers aren't very good at security.
Why go? Because he has a fake face.
Yeah. You should notice a
That's
fake
not what,
face.
yeah, but that's not what they're checking for. They're checking for
checking
metal
for
and
Arabs.
explosives.
But don't they also check for, your ID as you go through security, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And do you know how good your
So-
prosthetic your stuff has to be to them not recognize your TSA?
Yeah. I
They're
know.
looking at you.
Your TSA.
Yeah. Isn't that transit at TSA? Isn't that transit the?
Yeah. For them not to. Okay. I thought you said for them not to recognize your TSA.
No.
Oh.
Maybe you should try opening your eyes wider.
Holy shit.
I'm sitting in between these two, and I'm feeling the moment here right now.
You know what, though? I noticed Rich fights back way better than he used to.
Voss has always fought back. I'm not worried
No,
about
there's
that.
there's a different Voss the last few times.
Yeah, he's 55. He's had enough.
53. 53. Two numbers under liver spots on your head.
What's that?
So the first time I got laid in Seaside.
Exactly. I don't like your fucking Rodney Dangerfield movements either. I wish the radio audience could see that.
I wish you knew Rodney's last movement, dropping dead. It's a little joke.
That's a gig. No, that was a giggler. That was good. That wasn't bad.
Where's the situation? We got to get this over with.
Oh, yeah. Get it over with. I love when an interview has to
Well,
get
I'm gonna tell you the first.
getting
This is a
over
good
with.
I
story.
think he's lubing himself right now.
Yeah, he's greasing himself up.
This is a good story. I'll tell
We're
you.
just jealous. He's going to make $5 million this year.
The first time I
He'll
got
make
laid.
$5 million just by showing up here right now.
The first time I got laid in
Sam.
Seaside.
Hold on, Sam is a...
The situation is here. He's in the lobby. He's hurting. He just wants a little bit of coffee before he comes in.
Why is he hurting?
Well, the situation party's hard. You know what I'm saying?
Does he look like? Does he look like he was partying last night?
No, situation looks like $1 million. He's got his hair done. He's got a fresh jacket, blazer, fresh T-shirt, nice jeans. His kicks are blazing.
Is he all right?
They're blinged out. He looks amazing.
Did you say hi to him?
Yeah, he's friendly.
Nice guy.
He's a dreamboat.
You're an ass.
You want to fuck him?
I would if you wanted.
Rich. Oh, God. Rich blast one into the
You know
mic.
it's true when there's like
Is it a
green,
bad one?
green paper floating around.
Oh, God, it's bad, right?
So why doesn't he just come in? Someone grab a coffee? And
I offered.
The situation
to say,
here in this station right now is
Why
bad.
is there nothing
The
funny?
situation is in deadly odors right now.
Rancid fucking...
Did you
Oh, that is
hard
horrible.
on Pedro's face?
I did. I
mean,
didn't do that. No
is it
disrespect.
bad?
Oh,
Efren?
shut up! No disrespect. You find there's no one
I'm
thinks you're being
twitching. I'm twitching,
disrespectful.
gentlemen.
What's that?
No one thinks you're being disrespectful.
He grew up in that. Listen,
Oh, see, that's not nice. Dude, he knows
That's
gang
funny.
members. You're crazy.
What?
He grew up in East L.A. You're crazy.
Yeah,
He knows-
watch out.
He knows gang
LK on
members.
his hand.
Were you in a gang growing up there? Efren,
That's Chicago, Latin King. Chicago.
MS-13.
little MS-13 action?
Those guys.
Hey, well,
Those guys
Notice I went quiet on that one.
I know those guys are pretty.
You
bad.
don't mess with those guys.
You
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, back off the
my
mic.
friends.
Back off the mic just slightly. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
just a little bit.
I was watching a
overmodulated.
documentary on those guys too last night.
Yeah,
What channel?
those guys.
MS-13.
They don't play games
They
at
don't
all.
play,
Netflix.
man.
Oh yeah, they do not play any.
Is there a
games.
lot of
Where are
them
they
big?
out of?
Yeah.
They're out of
They're
LA?
huge. Yeah.
That's the Salvadorian gang.
Oh,
yeah.
no. Yeah, you don't want to mess with that.
Where does the name of
my
that come
God.
from? Is it a cell block? There's a weird place
No,
that name
multiple
comes.
sclerosis.
Oh yeah, you're real funny. You're gonna look funny with your tongue pulled through your fucking slit.
Exactly. But they won't because they don't know what multiple
Anyone
sclerosis
listening,
is.
I do not know this man. I do not know this man.
No, but where does the name
Okay,
come?
MS stands for Mala Salvatrucha, which means bad Salvadorian. And that was derived
What's
even
the third-
after the Mexican mafia.
What's the 13? There's a reason for that. I've heard it. I don't remember what it was.
Boss's IQ. See, get it?
I get, what are you kidding me? I want to do a dance after that one.
I love when you go.
Like it, Rich. Here we go.
I thought it was Travis.
All right.
I thought that was the situation.
Oh, there it is.
Hey, Mike, what's up, brother?
There's
Hello,
the situation.
Hello, Mr. Situation.
This is my zero.
Take a seat.
You look like, what the fuck did I get myself
Take
into?
a seat, my friend. Jim Norton. You know, Efren.
Good morning, man. How
You know, Efren.
That's
Rich Voss.
That's Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite to your right.
What's up, Cat?
Okay, what's up, man?
But now he's in Eastbound
Yeah.
and Down on HBO. That's Rich Voss, very funny comic. Jim Norton, to your left there, sir.
What's up, guys?
How you
I
doing?
gotta come over and say what's up.
Anthony. That's Opie over there.
What's up, Mike?
That's young Sam standing there in his little fucking grunge shirt that went out of style.
I have a
years
question.
ago.
I have a
Pro
question
Jam.
about an abbreviation.
Yeah.
This is the first thing I've read, page 84. One night in Detroit, I brought 9 girls back to my hotel room. And then you say, listen, girls, I have another city to go to tomorrow. I don't want to be like this, but if you're not DTF, as previously advertised back at the club, then please exit the room immediately in an orderly fashion.
Down to fuck.
Down to
Oh,
fuck.
is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, he doesn't play around. If he brought the girls back to the Jersey Shore house and they weren't DTF, he kicked them out.
Jim says the same thing, but it's HIV.
Well, you know.
They film.
What?
So you guys film in Seaside. I'm going to tell.
Oh, they just filmed in Miami.
No, the first season was in
All right,
Seaside.
all right. Well,
Where you been?
Where the first
Second
time I
season
had
just
sex.
Oh,
And I'm
right.
going to tell you the story real quick.
All right.
We went to, it was
'Cause it was
Labor Day
quick.
weekend. We go to rent a room at Kathleen Rooms. And the lady said, look, I can give you 2 guys 1 bed, and I'm going to rent the other half of the room to another person. My friend and I go, no one's going to take the room. So me and him take the 1 bed, thinking we're going to have both beds. We come back, and she rented the room to 7 other guys, the other bed. So there was 9 guys in our room. We go to I come back.
Sounds sexy.
I come back to the room, and this guy's fucking this girl. I go, can I? And he goes,
So she got out of the way and he fucked you?
So then, but this is the first time I get laid. So then I fuck her, right? I come within a minute, and I walk down to the beach and, look at the sunset to reflect my first Then I fuck some jizz-stricken broad. After I fucked her, there was a line out the door. And my friend Brian was like 5th, right? He was fucking her while I'm sitting on the beach just going
Just
over my...
reflecting your
You're
first
now a
time.
man.
Very romantic. Very romantic.
Getting
yeah.
away from some fat girl that was completely drunk and out of it, not even awake.
Gotta
And it
love
was just like
Jersey.
sticking my dick in roast beef.
God damn, Rich.
That's a quality experience right there.
That
That's
sounds
a
like it, right?
That sounds like a quality.
How are you on fatties? Every guy likes to go out and fuck fatties. Even though I don't get laid a lot or I didn't growing up, I never liked fat chicks.
You know what? I stick to people that are around my size.
You don't go pigging?
I guess he doesn't have to.
No, but I'm saying sometimes guys will just do it just to do it. A lot of guys
They
You know
pick him.
what? I actually heard of guys that want to take a shot at it.
Yeah, they're called black.
Because they want to. I think I forgot who said it. They just want to just see what it's like.
Yeah.
And I think somebody said that it was great.
Supposedly they're good bangs, fat girls, because they do whatever you want them to do. They go out of their way. But I just
It's
can't
sort
do
of
it.
like in the book. It state that the best sex comes from sometimes a grenade because she's so happy to.
Yeah, she
be
tries
in
a
the
little
sack
harder.
with you.
Happy
She's
to
trying
be
hard.
there.
Really?
You guys have
Happy to
amazing.
be
It's
there.
amazing how many things you guys just say that have become like fucking just common household Like, I shouldn't know. I don't know what a grenade. I don't watch the show. Like, I've seen it, but I know what a grenade is. I know what a fucking grenade. And I know it's not
Anytime
good.
you go on stage.
Hey, Red Cross, everybody.
Set it up. Boom.
You know what?
Maybe you should go to the beach and reflect on that great joke.
I knew he was coming back with something because his eyes started opening. Old Cyclops actor. Nothing on that one.
No, because Cyclops is one eye, you fucking retard. Whenever he tries to be smart, he blows it.
Yeah.
Just be mean and fucking small-handed. You'll be fine.
You know what?
Intelligent.
I didn't even know what I was getting into. I just walked into this and I actually,
little arguments.
This
going
is
on.
definitely a situation right
It
here.
sure
It's
is. Every day
serious.
it's like
Yeah.
this.
This is what we do. I mean,
guys
it's-
defend
arguments.
Actually, during the
turf.
gold rush in American history, men were prone to go with women who were overweight.
For warmth.
Yeah.
I just
Really?
took a
For
guess.
warmth?
Really?
That's right.
What was the reason?
For warmth.
For warmth.
I just
Really?
took a guess.
Take a skinny
I just took a
broad, be
guess.
cold.
You know,
I think most likely because she would stay home and the other girls would party hard
And you don't have to worry about
and know the
another-
situation.
Another
You didn't have-
cowboy coming over and fucking her.
You didn't have to tell us you took a guess because we knew you didn't fucking read up on that, okay?
Mike, what were you doing before MTV? Right before you hit?
Right before MTV, or
Yeah, because now you're like
or on the
fucking
steps. Like there were steps that I took to get to MTV.
Oh, yeah? Like
Yeah.
what?
Well, first, like when I first became unemployed, I mean, I had no money. I eventually lost my house. My car. I pretty much lost everything. No money.
Why did you do something that?
No. I was doing mortgages, and the market collapsed, and the money that I had saved, eventually, after mortgage payments, car payments, food, it dwindles down to nothing. And then I pretty much, found myself, only ever doing mortgages. An associate's degree in business, and 25 years old, no money, and my parents screaming at me, and I'm like, what am I gonna do here? So I'm like, my parents are telling me be a cop, be a firefighter. We need to throw you in the Navy. We need to fix you. Just really serious stuff. And in the back of my head, I'm like, oh man, I don't think that stuff is for me. Nothing against any of that stuff. I just had different visions in my head, as there's something out there for me. I don't know what it is,
right?
But I just know I don't think it's that. And eventually, I was, always in good shape. And then some girl at the time that I knew, she's like, why don't you send some pictures into New York City? She's like, you have an unbelievable body. She said, there's nothing reason why, you can't, do something with it.
You fucker?
Yeah, pretty much. But, probably after the pictures were taken, or before.
You have nice fingernails too. I'm not gay, but you have nice nails.
Oh, thank.
Why did you
Wow.
notice that?
Yeah, because I bite my nails.
What's wrong with you?
So, anyways,
Just
we
trying to
said
be
we said
Just say that.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'm just trying to be complimentary.
His boss bites his nails. He's had fucking horrible nails his whole life.
Yeah.
So anybody
Bites
could
his
actually.
fingers. Look at him.
So you sent it.
Yeah. So
What else does he do with his fingers?
I sent the pictures in. Regardless to say, 2 weeks later, I get an answer from a number of agencies. Long story short, I got a year contract for, underwear modeling, but they don't give me, I didn't get any money out. It was just a contract saying, we're going to pimp you out, go here, go there, go see this and that, and you have to get your own work, obviously. Within doing modeling of 2 weeks, I pretty much stumbled upon a casting by VH1. So pretty much, I was noticed by TV within 2 weeks, and I was casted on a pilot for the show that would eventually be Jersey Shore.
What was the show that VH1 did? VH1 not pick up the pilot? Those fucking dumbbells?
I really don't know what the story was. I really just heard rumors that MTV loved it, and they're the same company pretty much,
Right.
Viacom,
Sure.
and that almost like MTV called dibs on it. And 6 months later, after I shot, I had to wait 6 months, and having 6 months of my parents telling me, you did the TV thing, you did the modeling thing, nothing happened,
Get a trade.
get a job, be a normal person, and in the back of my head, I'm like, no, believe me, this is going to work out. But if you really think about it, right, even if you get a pilot, right, You still have to get on air.
I
And
know.
it's still got to be popular. You still got to be popular. I mean, the odds just were like 1,000,000 to 1 for me.
Right.
But at the time, I wasn't thinking of that. I was just thinking, I know it, positive. I know I'm going to, do good. And I really had this feeling, that it was going to go well. So, I just took a shot. And eventually, 6 to 8 months later, the show was green-lighted. And then Jersey Shore, went on. And it was, one of the biggest shows of the year. And then the second season was biggest show or something of all time, and then
on
and so
MTV
forth.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's how I knew that
that's
these
great.
guys were going to be famous for a long time, because I was surprised they didn't swap you out, even though you guys were huge in season 1. Because normally in reality shows, they get a
move
new
some people
cast.
out, right.
But when you did season 2 and it worked, and people weren't like losing interest, but it became bigger, it was like, these guys are going to be here for quite. You like renegotiated, didn't you? Like they wanted, because Viacom does not pay a lot of money.
No, they don't really. But yeah, we eventually came to a happy medium, and we signed on for number 3. We already did 3. Number 3 airs January 6th, and
Was that part of the contract when you did 2 that you're going to do 3 already?
No, that was number 3.
I want to
number
play some of
number
these
3
down.
was that possibly there would be 4.
Is there going to be a 4th?
Yeah, there's pretty
Jesus.
much. Yeah.
What, are you going to go to Europe? I mean, what else is
Yeah,
there to do?
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know. I mean, there were talks of someone, if there was a 4, it could be,
Why do you
somewhere
think,
exotic.
Shit, it might be.
Why do you think the show's so fucking huge?
You know what? I mean, I don't really know. I think I'm pretty good. I mean, I think it's very real, very new and edgy. This is something, that people have never seen before.
Right.
Were you afraid MTV would shut it down when the Italian group started protesting?
No, I figured the ratings would get bigger.
Oh, well,
Wow.
we knew the ratings would get bigger. But
I was surprised they stuck
sometimes,
with it.
Yeah, sometimes they'll bail on
The only thing
situations like that.
I hate about reality, because I've done a couple reality shows, is no, do it again. But then it's not reality. You guys seem more like in the moment, and they're not making you do 2 and 3 takes.
No. There's no takes whatsoever.
No,
I mean,
just rolling
it's
cameras,
called.
man.
I could sleep in my bed all day if I want, and if that happens, guess what? Nobody's ever gonna like me because
Yeah.
I'm sleeping
No,
in my bed all day. So I decide to do things all day, and that's pretty much where GTL came from, because you have to stay busy all day. So the first thing we did in the morning was gym. The second thing was tan, and the third thing, there's no laundry machine in the place, so you got to wash your laundry. So every day I did GTL, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're like a robot, man." I'm like, "Oh, man, GTL's gonna be hot one day," and I was just fooling around.
Now
Needless to say, it's one of the bigger phrases in the country right now.
now the fooling around thing. How much of what you're doing is a total goof on people you've known? Or
What do you mean goof? What do you mean
Are
goof?
you really like that?
Oh,
like,
no,
like
no.
out in the
Okay,
clubs.
I could totally explain that. It is sort of like if you go to a wedding, right? Are you gonna wear gym clothes? No, you're gonna act according. You're gonna be very polite. You're gonna be on your best behavior. You're gonna wear that suit. This is a party show. So guess what? You're gonna get that party. You're gonna get that party atmosphere. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that attitude. I mean, so. There's nothing fake. I mean, obviously, that is just like a minute part of my personality. I mean, if you've seen Dancing with the Stars, you saw that I worked hard and I practiced and I was a gentleman, and everybody said I was, a really sweet kid and this and that. So every particular situation pretty much calls for either a different attitude, a different outfit, a different outlook, and so on and so forth.
So you're saying it's like, I guess it's an exaggeration of that part of your personality, which I guess it should be, because
It's like us sitting here for 4 hours, being raging assholes.
Yeah. But you
and then we
shouldn't
go
have said-
home and we're only somewhat
I'm not
assholes.
nearly
assholes.
I'm not nearly the piece of garbage in real life that I am on the air.
Oh, no, you are.
Really? And you shouldn't have said to them if you guys go to a wedding, because they don't show up at weddings.
I showed up.
We do if we're invited.
I was best man at his wedding. It was really an enchanting affair in a fucking hunting lodge in the middle of Canada. Why wouldn't anybody want to go to that?
And the pictures were taken at a rest area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a photo shoot at a
I'm
rest
sorry we
area.
missed it, Rich.
By the glory hole.
Hey,
in the car.
Mike, what's the story with the tranny, man?
Oh, the tranny?
Yeah.
You know what? It is not even a story. It is not even nothing special. It's nothing crazy. And there just happened to be a girl in the club, or
what you thought was a girl?
Whatever it was.
Yeah.
And she was talking to me, and all it was a couple drinks. I mean,
That's all it takes.
And to be honest with you, I didn't even hook up with it. I didn't even. I didn't take it home. I didn't do anything of the sort. There was just a conversation in the club. I'll be very honest. I thought it was somewhat okay looking at the time. Yeah. You know?
You're not going to get an argument from the guy to your left, by the way.
Situation's observing the situation.
And there is no guarantee that this specific, person was what they say it was.
Right.
I mean, nobody took
right.
I mean, nobody took in the back room and said, "All right, let's do the test." I mean, come on.
That's because he wasn't there.
Why would you do the test?
That's all it was. There was no. There was just interaction.
Jimmy knows a little bit about the tranny thing.
Sometimes if a tranny, you know what? If somebody really looks good, you just sometimes it's called credit for the effort, and you let them blow you.
You know what? I had a best friend, okay, and who actually, got caught in a very similar situation.
Well, we have a best friend.
She was
too,
she was very good looking.
Sure.
Perfect.
What nationality do you know?
I think she was African American, maybe.
Oh wow.
Or maybe half that and Asian or something.
Yeah, usually the Asians are good trannies.
It was like a mix between the two. And she was walking by us. It was down in Seaside or something. When I was maybe 20, 21 or something. And my buddy's like, "Oh my God, look at her! I'm going to get that, man." And I'm like, it's the end of the night. I'm tired. I'm like, "All right, man, go do your thing." Needless to say, he's making out with her on the corner, doing his thing, and all of a sudden, somebody across the street screams, "She's a tranny!" And I was like, I'm like, "Oh man, that sucks for you."
The worst is when your friends yell, "She's a tranny," and you have to act like you didn't know. No, get out of here, you.
And I think his excuse was, "Oh man, we only hooked up, man." I was just like, all right.
Wow. I may have footage at home of a very famous ex-boxer making out with a tranny when I was hosting the Porn Awards. One who was supposed to be my date, but she got I was supposed to. As a goof, I was going to take this transsexual.
Yeah, goof.
As a goof.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with nothing wrong with trannies, transsexuals.
Everything right with them,
whatever
actually.
it is. I mean, whatever your preference or you choose to be, that's you. I mean,
sure.
Do you
tell that
Why
to their
not?
parents?
Yeah.
It's only a gay act with a transsexual if after the makeup comes off, you're comfortable watching television together.
My name's Amanda.
Yeah. Rhonda.
But anyway, let's just say that this transsexual who agreed to be my date for the event, just to walk down the red carpet, was arrested for sucking men's penises in the men's room. She was a fucking keeper.
She was a quality
what
one.
a good egg.
That was a quality
Jesus, blowing
one.
guys in the bathroom. I
That's
know.
rehearsing. That's quality.
Hey, we had a story earlier about a woman that had a really smelly pussy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
You've come across that, right?
I'll be honest with you, I really haven't that much. Maybe once
You're
or twice
lucky.
in my whole life.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you hear the story from earlier where this woman insisted that they eat her pussy and it smelled so bad they said no fucking way?
And what was the quote again? She went over to her husband's hotel room and her ex-husband's hotel room, and him and some other guy were in there, and she's demanded, somebody better go down on me, and the husband said no. I guess he knew. And the friend said, "Yeah, I'll do it." And she got all ready, and he started getting close to her, and he went like, "Whoa, no fucking way. I'm not going near there." So she pulled a knife on them and said, "I'm getting my pussy eaten, or you're getting your throat slit."
Yeah.
And the cops were called. And,
Is this a true story?
Yeah.
It's the story of the day.
She's real white trash. The picture of her is fucking fantastic. She is not a looker.
Maybe she's got a disease.
Yeah.
Could be some type of yeast infection.
I was fucking a girl once, and I was dry heaving on the side of the bed because her pussy was so bad.
She was dry heaving on the other side.
Exactly. Watching your DVD.
Have you ever fucked a girl? I was fucking this girl from Detroit or something, and the yeast, the white shit.
We talked about that earlier.
Yeah. That's the yeast?
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful.
I thought this girl was a fucking glue factory. This fucking white shit's pouring down her fucking legs.
What's the most girls? Since you've been on the show, what's the most girls that you've banged at one time?
In one time?
Yeah.
You really want the truth?
I absolutely do.
You guys are gonna love these stories. I got some good ones.
Yeah.
And you know what? Actually, one time I actually had 10 girls in my room after an appearance. And I was like, I'm going to be honest, I'm not Superman. So I'm like, you know what? I got to start to, eliminate some
Thin
of
the
these girls.
herd a little
Almost
bit.
like the Survivor here, and
Let them fight it out.
almost like start eliminating them. So so what happened was I took the prettiest girl in the room, and she comes up to me and she said, let's get out these other 3 girls. They're how girls can be a little catty.
Yeah.
I don't know what she said. They're bitchy or whatnot.
I pull my cock out, watch them all like
you know-
puppies go for the teat.
Yeah,
see who can nuzzle in there.
Yeah, so she's like, let's get these other 3 out of there. They weren't even that hot anyway. So now we narrow it down to 6. So I am back. This is in the beginning. I'm only in entertainment for 2 years, but I'm just saying this is in the very beginning. And I'm being honest. I was baffled because there were 3 girls on one side on my left and 3 girls on my right, and they were arguing. You better not tell my boyfriend and this and that.
shit.
And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, this is crazy. I mean, is this how girls are really like? And then after they got that squashed, then they were arguing the 3 and the 3 who wanted to start and who wanted to finish. And then I was like, wow. I mean, this
Just
is crazy.
turn on the TV, let them duke it out.
Dude, I've had girls argue over the exact opposite reasons.
I mean, I was like, really?
I want the STD.
If I had fucking 6 girls divided by 2 minutes. Was this after Jersey?
This was probably the first. This was probably like into the middle. A couple weeks after it aired, probably.
So what do? Do you bang everyone for a couple of minutes just to get the stat in there? That's probably what I would have done.
Stat.
Just like
no. So what ended up happening was when I got it down to 6, and we finally organized what they wanted to do and their whole master plan. We started off with 3. Okay, we started hooking up with these girls, and I'm thinking to myself, this is awesome. 3 girls. I got 3 girls over there waiting or whatever.
Wait, were you with somebody, a friend, or were you by yourself?
No, I had security at the door.
Okay.
Security at the door. And I had security at the door what happened is, when I go to appearances and whatnot, I have security, and they take the phones at the door when you go back to the hotel because people take pictures, they record you and whatnot. Needless to say, one girl was slick and had maybe a spare phone or maybe whatever. So I'm in with the 3 girls, and she whips out her phone real quick, and I wasn't in the middle of doing anything, but I was just about to.
Right.
And then immediately I jumped up, and I'm like, ooh, another eliminator. And then I had to eliminate her and her 2 friends. So now it's just down to 3, and then pretty much I went on to the next, and only 3.
Flip your dick like Indy's whip and get it out of her hand. Whoosh, right from the bed.
Yes.
But that's what you got to think of, though. Is if somebody wants to sell a tape
dick.
like that, can make fucking 20 grand. And
you know what? I mean, a lot of people have come up to me all the time, and they're like, so and so offered me 10 grand for a story for you. So and so offered me this, and you're just like, oh my God, like who can I trust? Like,
would you make a sex tape, or is that completely like something you have no desire to do? Because it doesn't seem to hurt careers at all.
I don't have any desire. I really don't think I have a need to do it right now. I think I'm doing okay right now.
Real cash right now.
And I mean, I've heard of people offering like to do it, and I'm like, no, I'm good, thank you.
And just so you know, too, Mike is promoting a book. It's called "Here's the Situation." It's like it's perfect for like MTV fans of the show. You would love it. And you're doing a signing. It is, I want to say tonight at Borders Penn Station.
Is it, or do you just want to say that?
I want to say because it makes me feel important to say tonight, like I'm a part of the now. To say tomorrow, I'd feel silly.
That would be.
But it's where I did my my signing a couple years ago. It's in Penn Station. There's a Borders right there. It's
a great place.
From 7 to 9. Obviously, there will be a fucking line.
Yeah, you don't even have to promote it.
So get there early.
You know what? Yesterday it was in the rain, and I was like, man, it's in the rain. This is my my second book signing, and the first book signing went well. We're trying to just go to some small towns first. Let people know that I care about everybody.
Yeah, Manhattan.
Like six
small town.
No. We went to pretty much where I was born in Staten Island. So we did one in Staten Island yesterday or day before, and then yesterday we did one in Jersey because pretty much I was raised in Jersey. And then after that we're going to
What part of Jersey?
I'm going to guess Ridgewood.
No, the one in Jersey was Brick.
No, but where did you grow up in Jersey?
Monmouth County, Manalapan, New Jersey.
Oh yeah, I know.
And pretty much like 600 came to.
Jesus.
I mean, it was a pretty good showing.
That's a tremendous book signing.
Of course it is.
And then the next day, I think about 500 showed up for the next day in the rain.
You guys.
So I was pretty flattered and happy, and it was pretty.
What did
cool.
you think of the South Park episode? You guys have a sense of humor?
I thought it was hilarious.
All right, good.
I thought it was hilarious.
Good.
you know what? I don't take anything seriously ever. You know, I'm concentrating on my career, my family. You know, even if somebody said they hated me, I'd be like, you know, thanks, man. Have a nice day. Yeah,
How are your parents reacting now, though? Because they wanted you to kind of get out of it. They got to be happy now that you're making.
Yeah, my mother cries. You know what I mean? I'm able to pretty much, you know, take care of my whole family.
So
if
does
I needed
his.
to.
Yeah, mine does too.
You know, I'm just, you know, thankful to be here.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's an unbelievable story of where I came from and the odds and, you know, and what, you know, pretty much in the back of my head was, you know, I was a dreamer, you know, a young kid, and I fell down on my luck pretty much, and rather than, so to speak, settle, I kind of just kept those dreams and kept going and shooting for them.
Do you hang out with any of the people off, you know, when you're not shooting?
Yeah, how's the camaraderie thing?
You know what? I do talk to Paulie and Snooki, you know, via text and via internet all the time, because I'll be honest with you, some of us are very extremely busy, and you know, we don't get to see each other unless on set.
Is there any jealousy? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, they all don't get along, which makes the show good too.
I wonder if there's any, because Snooki is very, I mean, obviously a huge name, and Paulie's doing very well. But is there any jealousy from like the cast members who got a little bit less heat to you guys that actually kind of went through the roof?
I mean, as far as I know, no. And I actually, you know, recently brought that up, you know, to the guys. I'm like, guys, you know, everything's all good between us, and everybody's like, yep. I'm like, all right, you know, because I mean, things have exploded, and you know, I didn't, you know, you want, they're almost like your brothers and sisters, and you wish the best for them, and you would hope that they would wish the best for you the same. So you hear rumors, and pretty much you try to address them internally before they get out. So I had addressed it myself, and it went fine.
You like some nice abs? Just walked in the room.
We got to wrap up.
Oh, he's got to go.
You got a lot of shit to do, huh, Mike?
I want to see his abs.
Well, Rich Voss thinks he has better abs.
No, I don't have better abs.
Yeah, you've been saying it all morning.
You're out of your fucking mind, you liar.
Show him your abs.
No, actually, E-Rock's got the abs.
Oh, because I have
abs of steel.
Yeah, I want to stay longer, but
yeah, they got you all over the place.
Yeah, they got me all over.
Are you
town.
sick of showing your abs every time you're out?
That's why I'll be honest with you, I've stopped.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I'm never going to show them again, but I'm
like,
saying like
enough
that.
already.
Everybody knows, you know.
Because you want to eat a little bed now.
Yeah,
that
no.
you're
What I'm
successful.
trying to say is like,
just get fat.
listen, you know, if I show it every single time out, it's going to become, you know, commonplace, and almost like the product is cheapened.
Overexposure.
So I've decided.
That's how I am performing
So
in Jersey.
I pretty much have decided to, you know, only show it, you know, maybe on the show or on magazines, and that's really it. You know, and I want to show people that, you know, I work hard, I have talent, and I'm intelligent. I own my own business. I wrote a book. I have a DVD, my own vodka. I mean, you guys heard about the vodka, right?
No. I got a vodka coming out, too.
You do?
Yeah, Brother Man vodka.
Okay. All right.
Now, what's the name of your vodka?
It's Devotion Vodka. It's the first protein-infused vodka out there.
Jesus.
The only vodka with protein. And it goes perfect with my persona, you know. And like I said, you know, I'm going to the book signing later. And then we got the clothing line coming out in a couple weeks, Dilligaff.
Just run with this.
You know what Dilligaff stands for? I do. You know, what does it stand
What's
for?
that?
Doesn't look like I give a fuck. Doesn't look like I give a fuck. And that's pretty cool. So, you know, that's coming out soon, too. So we got the clothing line, and everything's going well, and I'm working hard, and I'm happy to be here. I'm actually happy to be here. I'm actually fans of you guys.
Really?
We've been speaking for since last year via sometimes text, sometimes internet.
On the phone and stuff?
Yeah.
You know,
I always wanted to come on.
I got to be
wouldn't
honest,
let me.
because a lot of people want us to beat you up for whatever reason, and I like this guy.
Yeah.
I got to say it.
You're a nice guy, considering
You're a really nice
that you're
guy.
a regular dude who
I
went
mean,
to
when you see a show like
superstardom.
Jersey Shore, you don't know what you're going to get. You know what I mean? And you seem like a down-to-earth guy that fucking made it. And I have nothing bad to say to this guy.
I relate to the workout regimen.
We were making fun of your book a little bit because it's a little thin, I'll be honest with you. But,
Oh,
you know.
yeah, but you know what? It's a humorous look. I didn't want to come out with a serious book at first. You know, I wanted to come out with something humorous, something very similar that everybody caught up to. When people caught to Jersey Shore, I kind of related to the book. So all the fans that love Jersey Shore, it's very similar to the book. You know, if it's successful, the book, then, you know, I can go on to maybe an autobiography or a cookbook and so on and so forth.
Right. Just fucking run with it, man.
Should we break or whatever?
You know what? I appreciate being here, man. I'm definitely a big fan to begin with, and I'm just happy to be here, guys.
Well, come back and see us. The book's called Here's the Situation. Mike, the Situation
Tonight?
Sorrentino.
Tonight he is signing.
Yes. What is it at Penn Station?
Penn Station Borders. There will be a line from 7 to 9. Get there, and he'll sign and whatever.
So get in line right now. Down at Gotham after the show.
There you go. All right, we're going to take a quick break and finish up. Stay there.